Hello, everyone, and welcome to this evening's episode of Tabletop Role-Playing Theater. I am Beth, the Dungeon Master for the Land of Doc Dreams campaign setting. And joining me are our ever-present and ever-familiar cast of players. You've all known them at some point or another through our various streams, which you can find on our YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to that, I highly encourage you to do so. If you are watching us on YouTube at some point in the future, why am I going off screen? I'm going to shift. Ha! Okay. Hopefully you can catch us on YouTube if you're catching us there in the future. And, yeah, all that stuff. Got other shows on there you can watch. Cult Divinity Lost, Pathfinder 2nd Edition with Scald's Tale. How many cult games do we got rolling now? About 4? I'm feeling kind of edged out even. Oh, well.
A lot.
We got a lot. We have a lot of exciting things to get into today. I can't wait for you guys to see the exciting decisions Misfortune is about to push forward. I'm also about to drop some bombs on them, but they'll find out that soon. See you in a little bit.
If you're dropping bombs, are there bunkers nearby we can hide in?
Do the owls count as bunkers?
Am I good? Am I on? All right. All right, everyone. So, where we last left off. Misfortune.
Here, knock it off. No. I thought I muted my mic. I specifically clicked my button and it didn't work.
Hot start.
We're doing great.
We are professionals. You can catch us.
Sorry.
Please give us money.
Sorry, man.
Such
So,
professionals.
where we last left off. Misfortune, our miscreant band of adventurers, deviated ever so slightly in their course of fighting against the Red Hand, deciding to investigate a crashed airship somewhere in the Wormsmoke Mountains, guided by the flying owls gifted to them by the elves of the Tirikator. There, you found the derelict vessel, mostly bereft of all technology and magic, with the exception of one. Another Warforged has joined the battlefield, and she just left camera, probably chasing off a puppy. Oh, now she's back. We have a new player has joined the game.
I heard everything. It's fine.
Core has joined you, giving a little bit of insight into the events that led up to her dismantling, knocked unconscious for a very long time. How a battle in the skies brought low the Dawn Runner, the vessel that she was embarked upon. There, you all debated at great length of what to do next, how to best encounter and deal with the Red Hand. There were options to go to the Ghost Lord's lair, hidden somewhere within the Thorncrawl. You could return to Crimson Witch and help fortify it with advanced technology from Kevin, somehow. perhaps, maybe. You could secure more allies in the dwarves from the Hammerfist holds, which you all have opted to do. You traveled south, spoke with the dwarves at length, bartered, bitched, and bartered some more, but managed to secure their aid. They also informed you that a gold caravan was supposed to be delivered to them to purchase their total work, which unfortunately didn't seem to arrive. Perplexed by that, you all took to the skies in searching for foes and found that very caravan, almost by coincidence. You did a wonderful aerial bombing episode, some of you dropping out of owls, some of you just doing really cool maneuvers. But you defeated the Ettins and the hobgoblins that were guarding this treasure chest, containing the better part of 6,000 gold pieces and assorted gems and jewels, all of which were bound for the Hammerfist holds. And I believe that is where we last left off.
All right. So we have everything collected.
I think so.
Yes.
Well, I went around. I tried to talk to these guys. None of them they didn't feel like fighting or talking, but I stabbed them all again to make sure they were dead.
It's good to be thorough.
Yes. So, 23. You want to enlighten us what that guy was telling you?
Let me recollect as I check my messages from Beth a week ago. Okay. Yes, I called his honor, and he said the desert Varanthian. So I imagine that we'll find a dragon named Varanthian in the desert. Actually, is Varanthian a dragon? Renard.
I thought Varanthian was a general.
That's
don't
what I thought.
It does seem to be a leap to assume he is a dragon.
I just assume everyone's a dragon. We've killed so many at this point.
That is
Yeah.
fair.
About
Varanthian history question.
Make a nature check.
Nature check. Okay. I will roll again.
Nature?
It's like
Nature.
Nature check.
I will roll a lot crappier.
Will you?
Unfortunately, though the name does sound draconic, past that, it doesn't give any indication of what type of entity it might be.
Kevin, you still have the names of the other generals down too, right?
Yes.
I just hear somebody ring a bell, like bring out your dead.
Sorry,
Sound like a
I
guitar.
cast Toll the Dead.
Why are you casting Toe of the Dead on us?
It just happened. I'm sorry. No. But I feel like that was a general.
No, it was not.
Okay, I thought it.
So it's not
Varanthian,
in
then.
your little list of generals.
No, the ones that I had marked remaining were Ulwise Stormcaller, Babek Karn, and Azar Kul. I will add Varanthian to it though.
Well, it could be a
don't-
dragon. Do we?
Yeah, we don't know if he's a general or not.
Sounds dragony to me.
That's
It
true.
sounds.
I will not add Varanthian to it then.
Maybe add it to a list of possible dragons.
I don't have
So-
a list of possible dragons yet. Should I start one?
Go ahead.
Beth, any chance it has a relation to Vrathkeep?
That seems a good leap of logic.
Okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. Anyway,
We were heading back to Crimson Witch. Does this change anything for us?
we weren't. We were kind of just figuring we would
It's only
check
been a
out.
day.
Right. I mean, our main plan was to check out big targets. This seems like a target.
The whole reason we made this plan. If we just leave now, then we're just abandoning what we originally planned to do. We have time to do this. We still have, if memory serves, 23 something days.
I think just
Yes.
20 at this point. Oh, is it 23 still? Okay.
The only
Yes.
issue I see is that it just said it was in the desert. We don't know where exactly in the desert.
Might be a little
Well-
difficult to find, do you think?
Potentially.
Well, if it's a dragon, it shouldn't be too hard.
They seem to find us.
Well, yes, I assume when we fly overhead, we shall be roasted out of the sky, and then we found our
Act-
dragon.
I
mean, we
don't know if the owls can go into the desert or not.
Where is
If-
the desert exactly on this map?
If it was a red dragon, I feel like I would hear of it.
That's
We
actually
only know of one red, and that's Abatheriax.
Yeah, I'm also curious. Where is the desert?
Yeah, where's the desert on
It's
this map?
the thorn crawl.
Oh, the thorn
Yeah.
crawl is the desert.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not a
E
forest.
dogs. No.
We'd have to go all the way back.
Pay attention to Beth's lore, you fools.
I thought the thorn crawl.
It's only been
was
mentioned like
best.
3 times.
Look, Tempest doesn't pay attention, nor does Michael.
All right.
That's not my problem.
With that in
This is why I have a party.
with that in mind, just because I want to bring it up, that will bring us back towards the domain of that lich, and we
Yes.
still have his stuff.
Well, I mean, we have it in that bag of holding. Wasn't that something that we were like, hey, he can't sense it here?
It was a guess. Could be wrong. But
Right.
one thing is for certain, we were looking for information and we found it. So either we are abandoning our original plan of trying to do further damage to the cult, or we are following through on this. Either or.
I'm all for it. I say we go for it.
We planned to use these days to make these investigations. The fact that we found this information out so quickly is a boon to us. I realize it takes us closer to the Thorn Crawl and where Yuriki Ozaro is, but it also tells us that the cult may have more direct hands in Yuriki Ozaro, and by letting it go, we may be making more of a risk than we thought we were previously.
It does also seem odd that these fanatics would give up a name so easily when they previously have not. Is it
Well-
possible they are just trying to deceive us and sending us away from the army?
But
We
23
also
was-
went about it.
Go ahead.
We also went about it in a different way than we normally do. Usually, we're like, "Hey, we're looking for whoever's in charge because we're the good guys," and now it's like, "Hey, make your leader destroy us because we're a glutton for punishment."
And
But-
these goblins didn't have any notes or information on them, did they?
I'm just more worried that that Renard might be right, that this is just some sort of red herring that they're trying to just distract us with. I mean, he was going to die. He could have said anything.
Or
Yes.
perhaps they are leading us into an enemy that they don't think we can beat. Which is quite possible considering, and then Cora will rip an arrow out of her chest. How beat up we got just then, or at least I did.
Look, I apologize for that and even healed you a little bit.
Thank you.
I do
Well,
agree. This smells like either a misdirection or a trap.
By the way, Tempest, since when can you do magic?
What?
That hasn't been addressed yet.
You know,
It's
been about a week or two. No, just about a week.
And you just do. Why can everyone just randomly suddenly do magic?
No
I
one
did
ever
die.
asked.
First, Renan, you asked, "Dear Heavenly Father."
Dog, can you not for like 5 seconds?
You know, it is. 23 gets interrupted halfway through.
I mean,
Biting the shit out of me.
to be fair, 23. I mean, you can send lightning out of your body to attack people. That's kind of magic.
I'm pretty certain that's science.
But yes, no, I've, you know,
Also, I know
after
nothing of science.
after our recent run-ins, I've more wholly devoted myself to a deity. Yes.
And they've awarded you with magic.
Yes, I can now do a few things here and there. It's fairly
I need to
useful.
find a god.
I mean, you want to talk?
No.
That's
I mean,
good.
to-
I'm probably terrible at doing this far.
It's always just hard work and learning, 23. There's more paths.
I
to
don't
magic.
learn well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a troublesome thing. I do have to like pray every once in a while, and I'm terrible at that. Like, you should hear me.
Anyways, we're wasting time.
Yes.
Magic
We need to make a decision if we're going to pursue this or we're going to move on.
I vote we go for it. This is what we were intending to do. We got information out of something. If it's a risk, it was always a risk.
Yeah, I vote that we go after it. I've had my limited interactions with goblins before this, and especially the hobgoblin kinds always seem to be the proud and boastful types. So my guess is they think we just can't take it.
We don't necessarily have to commit to the full trip to the Thorncrawl. The Dwarven Stronghold is back on the way. We could ask around there if they know who Varanthian is.
That's true. I mean, what would that stop? Like an hour or two? Easy.
It wouldn't be difficult. It's on the way back.
That's a good point.
If we learn
I've
who
had-
it is and we learn that we don't want to mess with it, then we could always just cut our losses.
I was about to say, we did learn that that giant red dragon was definitely out of our league. Maybe we'll learn something here about this one.
I would support that plan.
That was
Also, we have the opportunity, because we totally forgot, thank you, Cole, by the way, to tell people that they should probably send some people south to let people know about the impending doom that is coming.
It's always good to know about impending dooms.
Exactly. By the way, I say thank you, Cole, because I told her to remind me, and we forgot.
There was a lot going on. You can't be blamed for
There was a lot going on.
So, to the dwarves then.
To the dwarves.
You turn.
U-turn! But now we have
Turn this
6,000 more
car
gold.
around.
Juniper, let's go that way.
Okay. With the owls take off into the low air, making their way backwards west. Excuse me. To the Hammerfist holds. It will take you another hour or so to get back there, and it is already late in the evening if my money serves.
You can rest there for the night.
As you all descend outside the Hammerfist holds, the great stone doors have returned to close. Many of the holdfasts outside have little chimney smokes puffering up from where evening meals are being cooked. Nobody comes out to greet you initially. After 2 to 3 minutes, however, about 5 or 6 dwarves, very similar to the ones you had encountered before, will approach you. More quizzical than anything. Well, back.
Yep.
Yes, we have returned, the great group Misfortune, to inquire about some of the dangers in the phone crawl.
Yeah. Well, are you going out there?
Potentially.
Potentially, yes.
Oh, aside from scorpions, the size of your birdies there, and all sorts of nasty bastards that like to linger in the place. They got the laird of ghost lords heading out there.
We've heard that.
Big giant lion thing, really hard to miss. It's kind of ostentatious.
Is that what we're looking for?
Does the name Varanthian ring any bells?
He's gonna make a history check.
Oh no.
Can I
Why
give
did
him
he get to make a history check, but I had to make a nature check?
You're asking about a specific name of a whatever. Same roll.
I made a history check. I got a
You rolled a
15.
fucking natural one way or the other.
I rolled a 15 first, but it was a history check, and it's the same roll.
But it's a different picture.
Oh no.
It's a different picture.
Does Reynard suddenly get inspiration about, oh yeah, I know what that is, actually.
He'll pause for a moment. Oh yeah, there's a big blue bastard that likes to hunt out there.
Oh.
Ah, sweet.
Blue
Is this a
dragon?
dragon?
I don't think so. It's got like 8 legs.
Oh, no.
I'll turn to
Oh.
Renard. 8 legs, that a dragon thing, or is that something else?
I
Have
hope it's
I-
not a centipede. Well, I mean, centipedes have more legs, obviously, but ew.
It better not be a spider.
I feel like I've already bombed my nature check, or it's just giving me new information I can use.
I lied. It actually has 12 legs.
Oh, good.
It's
not a
worse.
spider.
Is this something that Kevin would know about or no?
Any of us?
Well, Renard
I
asked
need
first.
Reynard and Kevin to make Arcana checks.
Oh,
Can
shit.
I roll as well?
Ian
Oh,
knows what this
shit.
is. Just,
I got
Oh,
a feeling I
shit.
know what it is too.
I know
Yeah, I think
exactly
I-
what this is.
I think I know too.
Blue creature, 10 legs, lizard-like,
12 legs? 10? How many legs is this damn thing?
10, 12. You're
It's
fairly
constantly
certain.
changing.
As
You're
many
fairly-
as it wants.
You're fairly certain the creature he is talking about is called a Bahir.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yep.
They
Tempest
are
isn't-
though they are vaguely draconic, they are more fiendish than anything else.
At which point there's
Tempest-
just that. Right.
Mhm.
Tempest and Michael don't know what that is. I've never seen one. I'm very surprised.
Does this sound
Particularly
like a
those
creature?
creatures.
Sorry.
They're nasty little creatures, but they're not dragons. They're still really mean.
They're
would
also not little, from what memory serves.
Why would they point us in that direction then?
Does it seem
Also-
like something the Red Hand would have as a general?
Sure, it's hard to say.
Are they intelligent creatures?
Beth, because Ian knows a lot about these, but I don't know if Kevin does. Does Kevin know that these things and dragons tend to fight to the death?
They have an animosity, but not in this universe.
Okay.
It's not quite as profound here as it is.
So it's not out of the question that they'd be working with the Red Hand then.
Not out of the question. Depends on the reward.
Well,
Go ahead, Renard.
it's definitely not a dragon.
Well, so question. Is it something we can handle? Do you guys know that?
We can handle it
Maybe.
a hell of a lot better than we can handle a red dragon, that's for certain. For my technicality here, because I'm drawing a blank on some of this, so I'll just ask you for information. So everyone can be a part of the process. Are these things native to desert regions or mountainous regions? Like, is this something they would have moved a long distance to get out to where it is?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They like hot climates.
It could, as far as I could tell, it could be possible they just stumbled across this thing and managed to convince it to work to their cause. It's a potential war power, something that if we could deal with, it would deal a blow.
You said it.
If it's out there in the Thorncrawl, I can only think of one reason that they would do that, and is they know that they no longer have control or power or a bargaining chip with Eureka Lazaro, so they may be looking to deal with him more directly.
Or what if okay, kind of based off what you said, because I was thinking along the same lines, but what if they're using it for us to get closer to him and hoping that somehow he gets rid of us?
Well, that would be them risking whatever we have getting into his hands, and if he's a particularly vengeful individual, which judging by the stories he seems to be, he may decide he's not too happy of who managed to get their hands on this artifact in the first place. That seems like a risk, if I had to guess.
Now,
It,
You
it
said
just
these-
seemed. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it just seems odd that they would point us in the direction of this creature. I mean, we don't know if it can be reasoned with, so.
I mean, it doesn't sound like these things are friends with dragons in particular. Why? I don't. I'm confused.
And if they reside in warmer climates, then it just seems like they have one asset if they have convinced it in just one area.
It could be possible that they're hoping that by sending us farther away from Crimson Witch, we'll miss the battle.
That's true. So
That is what I was thinking.
so
Yes.
the red herring then.
Potentially, Kevin. What's the calculation on the time if we were to go deal with this and immediately head back?
Well, we have 25 days left, not counting our sleeping. So when we wake up, we will have 24.
I thought we had 23 earlier.
No, we had before the battle yesterday. We had 50. We were 15 days on the road, so 25 days left.
Okay.
I'll trust your math keeping on that because you're taking
I was
my
like-
name.
I just mark off a day every time we sleep. So
That's smart. I'm just curious because I thought someone said 23. Except
23 just said yes when you said his name.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes.
Damn it! All these times, all the time
Yes.
with him. Stop it!
What?
How many days roughly is it to the Thorncrawl from here? You said like 6 days.
Here, by the owl flies, day and a half.
Are we allowed to fly the owls?
Yes.
The Thorncrawl's technically inside of the
That area is
Vale.
safe.
Yes.
Edanian Vale is actually the Thorncrawl is the western border of it.
So long as we don't go west past that and south past the Talonwalk Mountains, we are still technically in the Vale.
The other
However,
thing that I would be worried about if we are flying towards the Thorncrawl is it will be difficult to keep the owls safe out there.
well, they can circle above us if we have to land. I mean, they don't have to stay on the ground with us.
Owls do have to sleep, Tempest.
I'm aware of that, but
It's
you're not,
unlikely there'll be trees for us to roost in out there.
you're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't have a good answer.
Since this hasn't been discussed yet, what exactly does a Bahir do?
Do we
Think
know
of
that?
them. I think with the 20 and the 25, we have some idea.
Yeah.
If you can give me the answer on that one if you want to, or you can explain what we would know just because.
They are
over.
fond of snake-like maneuvers where they will encoil around people, crush them, and eat them.
Ugh.
Ooh,
But at
fun.
the same time, they can also swallow whole horses whole. And to top it all off, they have lightning breath.
Oh, pleasant.
I have lightning breath.
Have
No, no,
lightning.
no. You have static shocks. These have lightning breath.
I have lightnings. I flex real good and lightning comes out of me.
Tomato to nuclear warhead.
Yes, 23. You have wonderful lightning breath.
Well,
we can
regardless,
think of them as blue dragons that don't fly.
I'm pretty decent at dealing with lightning, so that shouldn't be. If I can distract it, we should be able to take it down rather quickly.
If it's just one, and it's technically less
It's
troublesome.
never just one.
Well, we have a single name, but you may be right. Worst comes to worst, could we handle 2 of these things, do you think?
Actually, just to throw that up there, I realize we keep going back to this check here, but we're just trying to pick out what we might know. Would we have any idea if these creatures are ever willing to work together? Are they very territorial or in that regard, or will they work in groups of more than one?
Generally not.
I'm
But
willing to
that
take
does not mean they are incapable of working with others. They are intelligent monsters.
Nothing is impossible.
Basically,
Hell,
unlikely, but could happen.
Well, I
It'd be
think
bad if there was more than one.
I think we give it the old pirate try.
That doesn't make any sense.
This is what we were planning to do, and this is an investment of time that honestly I didn't think we'd be able to find this information as quickly as we did. We invested I call it 3 days, just to disregard and then make our way to Crimson Witch, and then we still have the better part of 10 days for preparation.
It seems like a good investment of time, honestly. We don't have any other leads, definitive ones.
If we wanted to dedicate more, if we want to dedicate 7 days or so to ensure that the owls, we spent time on foot once we got closer in so that the owls could stay farther about, stay safer. That would ensure that if we need to make our hasty retreat back to Crimson Witch, we're not losing our time. Because if we lose one of those owls, it is going to seriously complicate things.
Well, and
Yes.
it's like a 6-day flight back from the Thorncrawl, right?
Day and a half.
No,
To
from the
here.
Thorncrawl to Crimson Witch.
Well, if it's a day and a half to get from here to here, then this is probably only about max
3
3 days.
3 days. You
Okay.
can
But-
cross the veil on 3 days on an owl.
However, the moment you lose an owl, we're screwed.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
Well, and the elves hate us then if we do that. So
I mean, yes, we're screwed in a lot of ways, but
You are
Particularly-
already on their excremental roster.
Yes,
No,
for
we
doing
killed that
exactly what we
dragon.
promised to do. I'll remember. Yeah, we remember that.
it's like, oh, you didn't kill that dragon immediately. Oh, sorry.
We completed the mission, but we got a D rank, so they're really unhappy with us.
I can
Wow.
understand that.
I get their reference.
Yeah. Look, I get being a little upset, but they can chill out a little bit.
I would like to find a dwarf.
There are lots of
You're
them.
standing in front of 5 of them.
Hello.
Which of you are a
And
dwarf?
they are watching you all with the like, what kind of conversation am I watching right now?
Oh,
We're debating war. Question. Is there anyone here who typically travels south? preferably fast.
South? Like where?
Yes. Oh, any of the major cities, Khartoum, Marsera, anywhere.
Baywick.
Baywick.
Well, not lately. Getting shit out of the Vale's been a right pain in the ass.
Well,
Do you think... Well, with you, I'm assuming because of your mobilization, you are aware of the Red Hand threat.
Aye?
I don't know if anyone sent word farther south towards any of the armies that could potentially be back up in the event that we are overpowered at Crimson Witch.
Hmm.
So, if you know of someone who can make it there particularly stealthy or who's particularly good at smuggling,
Beth, would I have contacts for this? We talked about knowing things that get into the mountain. My criminal contacts.
There is an Underdark access.
What?
You've heard of rumors of an Underdark access somewhere in the Talon Walks.
Okay. I'll keep it to
Faster,
myself.
arguable, but definitely out of the way.
Okay.
He'll pause for a minute. I suppose we could send a rider out to, I don't know, Baywick or something. Marsera's a good 4-month journey from here by the foot.
literally anything, just the message has to be get out, and divination magic isn't seeming to work in the Vale, so...
We caught on that. But we send a rider out to Baywick to say be watching out for a big, massive army of hobgoblins. But that's one less who's going to be able to aid you later.
I'm aware, but hopefully, if that one person can get through, they can bring an army with them in the event that we fail.
Maybe potentially stay the night. We've been inside. Would it be possible?
He just kind of looks around to the very nicely decorated, not decorated, but lush and fertile area that you're looking around in.
Kind of wanted to go inside. Okay.
You guys don't got an inn that we could, spend some gold at?
We'll buy, beer and stuff.
Yeah, why not? Come on in.
You're a true gentleman.
Not really.
I mean, I'll buy you a beer anyway.
Okay. He will eventually bring you in to the common area of the Hammerfist Holds, the central trading market where you can see people are still caring about their day-to-day business. But he will then point off in a general direction. Right over there, as my notes are taking forever to load. I actually have an inn here, excuse me.
I know that feel.
Rusty Seagull.
That sounds like a dwarf name. The Brass Lantern.
Hammer Rack.
There you go. Insert tavern name here. Sorry, my notes are like frozen. I could see like the one line of it. Sternhammer, there it goes.
You had one word, Vitalik.
It's always got hammer or axe in it, or beard.
Yeah, dwarves,
Or
not
Andal.
imaginative.
It is an inn. There are chairs and a table and rooms. Big hearth. The whole place is warm, but now it's even exceptionally warm given the nature of this massive, almost 10 foot by 10 foot, engraved into a wall hearth that just booms with a big roaring fire in it. Dwarves carry about their day, singing, merry, having what seems to be a very good time. Perhaps they're not mobilizing yet, but the day before a battle.
I'm a joke.
Well, we're in an inn. Tempest, what would you like to do in the inn because you wanted to come inside so bad?
Well, if we're going to rest here anyway, we might as well rest in an inn.
Yeah, it's been a bit since we've had an inn.
It is 3 silver per person.
Paying.
Or is all about the merriment and the singing of the dwarves and would join in with them for drunken singing, despite the fact that Cor
You
can't
get a
drunk.
lot of awkward looks. As
That's
a great,
fine.
great number of people just seem to be fascinated with what tink. You get like a little poke core. Just you feel like the metal is just. What the bloody hell are you? You're not some damn golem, are you?
Close enough, but don't worry about that now. Let's have a party. That's why we're here. I like to imagine Cor's also falling apart still from the battle, so Cor will start dancing, then something will clank, and then
Chink.
pick it up, put it back on.
I fix that.
To which
The leprosy.
Core's a leper.
Robo leprosy.
The robot leper.
Okay. Core, it's kind of funny. As you start partying and enjoying yourselves with these dwarves, there's an observation that another fine scholar has made that you have been able to at least kind of confirm. Many of them, as they sing and dance and enjoy the revelry, almost like they're sharing memories, stories, in a very lucid kind of way, almost as if you can feel them and smell them, things that have eluded you for the longest time, but memories drawn from the deepest of places, and you can share in their fun and their joy.
Interesting. Is this through the music or just their words?
Words, music, booze, the general mood of it.
Interesting.
Hi ho.
She can learn their history through the booze. She just puts a finger in, like, ah, yes.
Whistle while you work.
The rest of you, I'm assuming you're just doing what? Role play?
Reynard is
Working.
looking for some stuff.
Okay.
Reynard is looking around. This is a mountain home for a dwarf, so I imagine they have quite a bit of materials and ore. He is looking to see if he can get his hands on gold dust.
Okay.
A lot of gold. We could just make dust.
We should also probably divvy up the money we found, by the way.
Yeah, it's just sitting in the party fund right now.
Let's see. I believe there is only one spell that requires gold dust.
He's looking for 100 gold pieces worth of it.
And it's 25 gold to cast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Easy for you to do.
Absolutely.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna slip out at some point. I'm gonna try and find this Underdark connection. Just like see if I can try and get maybe some faster words somewhere like Mosera instead of just Aowick.
Make a investigation check at disadvantage.
Can I give myself guidance at least if I know I'm gonna do it?
It only lasts for like 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Not even that.
Not a minute?
It's like a minute. That's why
Yeah.
I'm asking.
That's why I don't like guidance. No, you-
Well, that's why I ask. I've only used it like 3 times in the last 3 sessions.
I'm going to sneeze really hard. Guidance.
5.
Unfortunately, a lot of the dwarves seem really disinclined to speak to you. Either because they are getting ready, or you're not a dwarf, or don't speak dwarvish. Or they're just casual racists.
Shit. I don't speak. It's like just rude. I'm an air genasi. Sure. Well, I guess that means they cared not at all.
Very intrinsic, self-focused species.
That's
They
fair.
don't like people who aren't them.
I'll come back to the and just be sad. Have some ale.
Would you guys mind if I? Well, that's if I find it. Kind of is. Do they sell diamonds at all down here by chance?
I would imagine so.
This feels like a good place to look for diamonds.
Probably better than most.
Do I see any diamonds?
As you look around,
At the inn.
diamonds!
Roman pulls out his 2 diamond spectacles. Like, let me check.
But
Currently on the market, there are 2 diamonds available.
I'm looking for one that is worth.
300 gold.
That'd be the one. You already know.
Everyone knows.
It
As I
never
said-
hurts to have one as a backup.
There are 2 available.
Would anyone mind if I pulled from the party funds to get one for future use?
No, please take them.
Okay. Do you guys think I should take one or two?
I vote 2 personally.
Probably just gonna say 2.
I mean, who knows when the next town will have diamonds? Like, you're in a
That's-
dwarven place. Get diamonds.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll get 2.
Well, I will say we are planning on going to Crimson Witch, so when we offer our aid there, they may be willing to hire us out as mercenaries. Even if we already plan to help, it may be something that they are willing to sweeten the deal just because we're doing what we can for them. Yeah, Crimson Witch is a fairly large city. But it would not be a bad idea to procure what we can here, because we can always use more, especially if it's going to save lives.
Yeah. I think this is definitely clutch in a moment, and we don't know when that moment is, but if we have that moment covered at least, then it'll pay off.
Just, we'll need to make sure nothing of harm comes to you.
Well, worst case, if anything happens, the staff still has a charge in there to bring someone back.
Does that require taking some time with the staff, or is that just something we can do?
That's something you can do. The staff, you don't need to focus on it. It's just there. Remember, I used one on 23 a few days ago.
Yes, but
so
you've had it for a while, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I've got. If I do end up wanting to use the spell that lets me bring people back, pretty much within a certain time frame, a lot longer than Revivify, obviously. I would need to make sure that I don't use more than one more healing spell.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you go down, at least you have the staff with you, so easy access.
Let's hope that doesn't come to it.
Yes, let's make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, don't fall in lava.
Don't do
Bad
that.
one.
Why would there be lava in a desert? That doesn't make sense, does it?
Maybe it's a volcanic desert.
Is it? That's
I don't
weird.
know.
I'd never heard of that.
Oh, maybe liches like to have volcano layers.
Who has control over? Oh no, we all have control over the party loot. I'll go ahead and adjust the real quick. But yeah, I'll get the 2 diamonds, and then that's all I can think of.
So, any other shopping or errands you're running before you settle down for the evening?
Yes, I am looking for 2 small metal rings, like rivulets that could fit around a wand, and 2 small screws, or like a nut and bolt.
Yes, you can find them.
How much would that cost?
4 silver.
4 silver. What a bargain!
What a steal.
Going to dwarvish Home Depot over here.
I should stop.
They've got diamonds and metals aplenty.
And I can't even smell. I can't enjoy the smell of Home Depot.
Do they? Now that I'm thinking about it, as he goes out, do they sell ball bearings and or
no.
caltrops?
Oh no.
Yes, and yes.
Did
Alright.
I just hear ball
How
bearings?
many can I buy?
Let's just buy like 100, like 1,000 bags of this, and just sprinkle it across the battlefield.
I don't like this.
Cover
It's
the
gonna be like
battlefield.
something out of
in
the Looney
hundreds-
Tunes. The army's gonna charge forward, and as soon as they get there,
No,
We
you
can't go forward. There's ball bearings.
No, you mix them in with caltrops so they fall onto caltrops as they sit on the ball
Or
bearings.
you just do all caltrops, and it's like trying to walk across a battlefield of Legos.
Ugh.
No,
That's
they don't have
awful.
caltrops. It's all metal D4s.
Yes, D4s.
That's evil.
they deal meta damage.
I'll say yes, you're able to buy up to 10 of both for standard players handbook prices.
Right.
And a bolt. Think about how many that is.
It's like 10,000 marbles.
10,000 marbles, yeah.
Good luck carrying that.
Not that heavy.
Then you could buy
It's
a
less of a
wheelbarrow to
bag and
bring them
more
all
of a
back to the
stack.
inn.
Let's see. That's all I'm doing other than drinking.
I swear to God.
I'm gonna spend 4 hours in our downtime here because I assume we have 4 hours before we go to bed, or at the very least some of my
Sure.
downtime to scribe one spell.
Is it arcane lock?
It may be arcane lock. I'm making preparations. I'm making as many preparations as possible.
I am going to. Oh no, that's when I finish a long rest. Okay, well, before my long rest, I'm going to just like fit a piece of wood in between those rivulets, and then screw them onto the top of the end of the top of the barrel of my rifle.
You're making a
So I have a class ability that I've literally never used, called Arcane Firearm, and I can turn a wand, staff, or rod into an arcane firearm, a conduit for destructive spells. It basically just adds a D8 plus my intelligence, or no, just a D8 to any damaging spell roll.
one roll of it.
Damage. Yeah.
Should add at the Rod of Wonder.
So I'm just attaching it to the end of my musket.
The idea that you have a Wad of Wonder bayonet.
It's
That's so
not
scary.
your musket
Wow.
is not a wand.
That reminds me, could I actually get 4 of those and also a bayonet and attach the bayonet to the bottom of my musket?
First
What are you
off,
coming up with?
it's not a wand, it's a musket.
What? No, I'm putting a wand on the top of my musket.
No, you're not doing that. Stop
You
trying to
sir.
break the game, Ian.
You sir are ridiculous. Hilarious.
Why
but
you think I'm gonna
ridiculous.
let you get away with that?
Oh man.
Every
Hell
time.
no.
23. 23 would like to go to the forge
Okay.
where that one dude was working.
All right. Oh, you're gonna go talk to the leader.
Yeah.
It is quiet that day. He's not there, but there are other forge smiths there.
I'll approach one of the smiths.
Mm.
Long day. Preparing for battle.
Getting some firearms ready.
That is good. You will need them, I promise you. I've heard there's no better smith than a dwarven smith, so
He gives that wide smile to his face. You butter me up for something?
actually, well, not intentionally, but I was actually looking for that fellow that is in charge around here.
Kind of gives you a conspicuous look. What are you looking for him for?
He expressed interest in my shocking presence, so I thought I'd inquire more about it.
Well, I mean, I could ask him. He's currently sleeping. It's his shift.
Yeah, no
Over.
bother. He's got a battle ahead. I would not hope to wake him from his rest then. Well, have a good day. If you see him again, tell him I was looking for him.
Sure.
And then I will head back to the inn.
He will kind of give you a quizzical look. Where he shrugs and goes back to work as well. Anything else?
Yes, I would like, if everyone's done buying stuff, I would like the opportunity to RP a little bit in this tavern.
Go for it.
So, through the merriment, Kor actually wanders over to Tempest, who seems to be sulking into his drink, sets a hand on his shoulder and says, "Now, in the spirit of the battle to come and the merriment around tonight, tell your friends, well, the ones present, something you would like them to know about yourself. Because
Oh.
you all mentioned that you have not really talked to each other."
I did just mention I was, wanted in Marcera. I felt like that was a very big sharing opportunity.
Indeed.
Yes, I guess I can go into detail on that. That's new. Yes.
Perhaps
All the
not
bounty hunters
here.
look up.
Yeah, Core just said perhaps not here.
Oh, I was whispering. Of course I was.
Yeah, do you like any sorts of food?
You know, I am a big fan of food from Berwick. It's wonderful, lovely seafood.
The rest of you, anything you would like your comrades to know before we go and fight a giant blue centipede thing and die?
Well, that's
Just a question.
Are we all here? Like assuming?
I assume we are at this point.
Yeah.
Roman's just getting back with a backpack that is now just jingling full of metal.
That gives me bad memories for some reason. What do you have?
That was what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry too much.
I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I mean, context-wise, I mean, I'll answer any questions. No.
I'll sit down like.
Really? Nobody wants to talk.
I wish I had questions for you because you seem so interesting, all of you.
Well, I've definitely got questions. I mean, half of us grew up in the same-ish city. Some of us in the upper parts of it. Renard, Lee, you guys were both rich kids. What was being rich like in the city?
How did you get the impression that I grew up rich?
You're a damn wizard, isn't that? The only people who get into the conservatory aren't those rich kids.
Plus, your clothes are very stylish. Both of you have very similar styles.
Anyone who gets into the conservatory is someone who has arcane talents. If you have arcane talents, you don't really have a whole lot of choice but to go there.
No, I just assumed. I mean, he's rich and he knows magic, and you know magic. I had to die to get it, so.
I was taught magic. Classes at the observatory, ceremonies, more than a few talks with individuals, and listening to theoretical lectures by Angela of Augustine.
Yeah. This is a question for DM. Because I don't remember, is the academy, or is that in Marcera?
The conservatory is in Marcera, yes.
Okay. Would Roman or I have ever seen these two wandering about? We were lower city kids.
There's a lot of people in Marcera.
Okay. Obviously, I'm not saying like, oh, I see them all the time. Just like once in a while, maybe.
Like that's like asking, okay, so we both used to live in New York. Would we have ever run into each other?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
There is a lot of people there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Remember,
Marcera is a city of 1.2 million.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I live in the South. I run into people just at work, out and about.
My parents are definitely of the upper class, yeah. But I always sort of disliked it, I suppose.
And why is that?
I felt it was kind of unfair to, everyone else. I mean, granted, my family worked for it. I mean, it goes back hundreds of years. I wish I could have given more, I suppose.
Well, most of the nobles don't give much of anything. They're quite uppity.
And you can give and give and give, but you're never going to solve poverty unless you.
No, I know. That's why I try to help where I can. I mean, even if I don't make a huge difference, at least I'm helping in some way.
At least you're kind about it.
Yeah. So get rich and then go make a difference.
Or if you're like most of them in Marseille, you hold your money and use it to make more money and make people suffer. That also happens.
I don't want to do that.
Didn't say you did. You're quite lovely. But there are others in Marseille not nearly as kind.
Yeah.
You just
Thankfully-
described the entire noble family.
Not all of them are bad.
You'd
Not
be
all of them.
surprised.
Most of them are terrible, from what I understand.
It doesn't matter if you have the best interests at heart or the worst interests at heart. The truth is, with the situation of the Empire, the Queen, the Regents, and the Lord Temporals, everyone is trying to get their hands into the same pie. Everyone is trying to stretch their influence so that when the queen finally comes of age, you can assume the rightful throne, that they are going to be the nobles who are in a much better position than everyone else. Good for reasons or bad, that is the situation in Mossera right now.
Well, I learned a thing or two. I just knew that there were nobles, just kind of assumed. You know, they all went to balls and danced about in clothing and those weird masks. But,
Weird masks.
you know, it's
Masks?
rich people always have weird masks.
No.
They generally do.
Not
Who? So, out of curiosity, out of all the High Lords, exactly who is currently in the best position of power?
You have to remind me of the name, Beth, but we're never say that would be the regent.
the
There are currently 2 regents that co-rule alongside the queen. One of them is the Archmage of Enchantment and one of the High Lords of the No House of Nobles, named Balthazar Partager. What?
Nothing, I just like his name.
Okay.
Sorry.
The other is the Lord High Marshal, who is actually an elf of all things, and currently held by Lord Tendale Dawnlight.
Interesting.
Those are pretty fancy names.
That's what I was going to say.
I was
That's not-
assuming.
And that is not even accounting for the lesser lords, all the representatives of the Lord Temporal. There's a lot of noble families in Mossera.
and don't forget the courts.
I was assumed the Minister of Commerce would probably had most of the power, you know, holding the money.
You think?
That's the Lord High Ajeker. That's Lord Hulfram Ironblood, Baron of Amberhearth. Looking at my notes. Found it.
Yeah. Sorry, I was too. I was like, I can actually read these. Haha.
I think
Yes.
my only other real question for you guys is really just, you guys all know why me and 23 and Kevin were all in the Darrow when we met up. What were you guys doing so far from the conservatory or home?
I got tired of looking at things I got tired of seeing how Mossera was developing. In the conservatory, they teach you how to use magic. They teach you to hone the skills, but you're still being watched. You're still being appraised. You're still being kept track of. The conservatory hates mages as much as it loves mages. And staying in Mossera, you tend to fall into different professions. Either you're drafted into the military and you're expected to work, or you work for the better part of Mossera. At least that's the easiest way to get along. I just didn't want to be a part of that anymore. Plus, I didn't really need to stick around because my family has all the people it needs to run it.
Sounds
Do
tough.
any of you have brothers or sisters? Are you only children?
I don't know.
Only child myself.
Only child myself as well.
49.
That's a lot of brothers and sisters.
I stopped at
Yeah,
12.
well, when you get mass manufactured,
Interesting of putting it 23, but yes, I do believe that's not an inaccurate statement.
I think they count.
of course they count. Why wouldn't they?
No, I agree completely. They count.
I kind of just
Flare you a little bit.
I don't understand. I'm agreeing with you.
I would fight you.
I'm agreeing with you.
Are you?
At least you have some brothers and sisters. Jeez.
Are you scared?
No.
Okay, just check.
Uh,
I just want to make sure I don't frighten you.
To put it into
No.
perspective, those of you who are only childs, you don't have much of an idea of what it's like to be born with expectations for you. And even worse, to be born into a family that has expectations for you when anything you could accomplish has already been done. I'm the youngest of 4. I'm not important to my family. I'm not even the oldest member of my family to go to the conservatory.
What does your family do?
Well, my father sits as a Lord Emperor in the Empire. My mother runs the personal affairs of the family. It's been... Truthfully, I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to what they've been handling personally. Once I went to the conservatory, I kind of stayed out of the loop with that.
What is having parents like?
That's actually an excellent question.
Depends on the parents.
Oh, that's deep.
It's like,
Or-
Tempest
I will
joins in on
look at-
this.
I'll look at Tempest and be like, Team Orphan, give him a high five.
Well,
Oh.
obviously she wasn't my parent per se, but I think of her as one. I looked up to Celia. I hung on her every word. She was the light of my life in some ways. So I would consider her my parent. I would give her a hug, I guess, if I ever saw her again, but I'm sure my hugs are not as appreciated.
Does that mean we're related?
We might be. I'm an older model than you are, but
Are we siblings?
Sounds like she's
I
your big
don't know.
sister.
I will give her a hug.
clank,
more
clank,
forged hug.
Just grinding metal, just
Robot hug.
One of her shoulder blades shoots off.
Yeah. But that's okay. It just slaps back on. You see?
Brother Kevin, come, join in the hug. We are family.
This is Cerullo will kind of look between Renard and Tempest and look back and say, "This is very unique."
You'll see Tempest actually kind of has a look of pain in his eye, just kind of like, this is nice.
Someone's gears are grinding.
You've seen me hug 23 before. He's actually quite generous.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I've never seen the Warforged hug. Is what I'm saying.
They're more of
Well,
a-
we just found out we're family, so
He's very excited.
it's a family reunion.
I kind of taught
So are
those
you
two
all-
to be
That's
more
nice.
of high fivers. So
They call me Tito High Fiver, actually. It's one of my nicknames.
No one has called you that in this group at all.
I said one of them, not by you. By myself, mostly.
Was it
Oh.
24? Was it 24, 23? Is that why you said he was an asshole?
No.
You just watch 23 give himself like the smallest self high five.
Do little sparks appear in between? Just
Probably.
actually, so I'll think about it. Do you guys happen to know how long like elves can live for?
Hundreds of years.
hundreds of years. Yes. Why do you ask?
My thought on that was, I mean, if that vision we saw about Kevin being an elf in his former life, I mean, he might still have family that's still alive.
That's...
You were an elf. I have so
Yes,
many
apparently.
questions.
We're still not sure about that.
certainly something. Actually, I think we already made the check for that. Never mind. I was gonna say, if we can remember what his name was, so this would be a time to make a history check if we can remember any significance of those names. But
Well,
first one,
Roman. Oh, sorry. Stood up. Well, Roman, what brought you to Dareshire? Dareshire?
I'll just point my
Yeah,
fingers at 23
sure.
and Kevin. I'm like, well, when you have 2 stolen Warforged with you, you try and hit land as fast as you can, so
Well-
you don't get caught by your former captain.
What-
Ixnay
oh.
on the talk of crime, please.
You know, I
Well-
think we're beyond that.
I mean, we were stolen from pirates, so technically it's like
Ah,
not illegal.
It's more
Double
or less.
crime.
It's a rescue.
I was just
Crime
curious.
squared.
That is how that works, yes. I mean, I guess we've just never really talked about you too much, Roman. Where are you from originally? You said you Marcera, but like, what did you do in Marcera?
I was a child, and I grew up, lived there.
Thank
Yada,
you.
yada, yada.
I was a person. I did things.
was
I got here.
Things I cannot relate
like-
with.
I was like, with the exception of Core here, I feel like you guys know my backstory pretty well. I mean,
Well,
Marcera, pirate, Warforged, Darrowshore.
well, yes, but there's rougher crowds in Marseille. Yeah, I was just curious if you ever got involved in them.
Sometimes, but mainly just kid stuff. Nothing too serious. I wasn't there for that long before the
Okay.
ship.
That's fair. I just thought I'd see if you knew anything.
What drove you to become a pirate?
Good question I've asked myself a lot.
I'm just curious. It sounds rather dashing if you had the jolly hat and all that.
I was not.
He did.
He's lying. I was not of a high enough station on the ship yet to wear the hat, so I stuck with the bandana. No, it's more of I guess part of it is you read stories about the open ocean and the freedom of it all. And you get out there and it's partially true and then partially not as true. So,
Mostly
Well,
scurvy.
You should wait until we get my ship up and ready, where you can fly through the air.
That sounds so much better than being on water.
It's very freeing.
Yeah, I've been eyeing that ship for how long has it been since we were at Vrath Keep?
Couple weeks.
A couple weeks.
Oh, we can only hope that we fight this creature and get my ship running, and we shall sail amongst the clouds.
Does your ship have a name?
Beth. Does my ship have a name?
I feel like I've said it
I know
a few
you're-
times.
I think you've
I
said it
know
as
it is.
well.
Dawn Hammer, isn't it?
Dawn
It's
Runner.
the Dawn Runner. Right?
Dawn
Dawn
Runner.
Runner, yes.
Mm.
Yes.
I just didn't know if we established it in game yet.
So we're in the Dwarven Hold. Everything's called Hammer here. I think it bled in.
You're not wrong.
Yes, my ship is called the Dawn Runner. I assume it has to do with the Dawn Spire and all that. Silly as ship, so.
Blomnose. It's a fair name.
I like it.
Another question for you, Core. Working as close as you did with our mother,
Well,
Oh,
yes,
It's
that
gonna
is.
be awkward.
Mom, as well as you did with Mom. Kevin here was apparently an elf at one point. Do you know if everyone that's Warforged was once something else?
This, no offense to you, Kevin, but I assume you're having some sort of malfunction. I've never heard of us being anything but Warforged.
I am
Yeah.
unclear.
Could he have potentially gotten the memories of an elf somehow?
Oh, that's entirely possible, but no, Celia never told me about being someone else, and I have no recollections of being anything other than this.
Never saw any of us made, so you really
No.
wouldn't know, I suppose. It's unfortunate.
I was a very standard model for a while. My functions were limited, shall we say. I was not especially good at things, except for what I was originally made for. And then when Celia took me, I had like a boost in intelligence, and obviously she put armor on me so that I might fight the undead.
Yada 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 word in a mountain.
Exactly.
Here we are. Well,
Yes. Interesting
this has
paths.
been fun. I feel like we've learned more about each other since Core has been here than we have in a few months of knowing each other, so props to you.
I was honestly quite shocked when you told me you knew nothing of each other and traveled together for so long.
Really,
Well-
it's been one thing after the other, so
Yes, and I don't think, especially some of us with more difficult pasts, didn't feel like revealing them to people we met randomly on the road a few months ago.
technically wasn't on the road, technically it was in a tavern, but Say
You
love
get the point there.
It's more like we would come to things when things got slipped loose, and we would just be like, "Hey, what's going on with that?" And we would try and get what we could, but I guess everyone just kind of assume just let it come naturally.
I mean, I've been pretty open about me. Kevin doesn't really know who he is, so.
With
You've been
yes.
You've also been very open about me too. I thank you. For
Yes,
that.
you're a pirate.
You have told that.
100%.
At
You have
least you're
told that
saying-
to everyone.
Planned on staging a mutiny, except no one wanted to join him. It was really funny.
You know, Roman, he yells that every time we come to a town. Like, everyone on this path knows you're a pirate at this point.
At least he's at least saying "were."
But sometimes he says he is a pirate. It's kind of a 50-50 thing.
Well, if I had any bounties against me, I died, so therefore they're gone. You know,
That's
paid
not
my
really
debt.
how a bounty works.
You know,
Hey,
Did you
Tempest, that means if we
actually
kill
die?
you,
What? No, that's not how it works.
and yes, he did actually die.
I
Oh.
don't. He did,
Werewolf.
yes. And look, 23. If you kill me, all you get is a dead Tempest.
I bet you'd be really squishy. I bet I could shock you back to life.
Clear.
I'd rather you didn't try that. But no, if I die, feel free to go collect my bounty. I'm sure whatever his face is would be happy with my dead body.
Who set the
Who
bounty on
wants-
you?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Who set the bounty
Backstory,
on
who-
you?
Yeah.
I guess I'd take a deep breath because I'm like, well, you two probably know Lord Hulfram Ironblood.
do I know a Lord Wolfram by Iron Blood?
Do I know that as well?
Lake does. Lake's chuckling a little bit.
The money guy.
Ah.
The money guy.
Did you steal money from a lord?
My
Not just a lord. The lord of money.
this is like if we like robbed the national like bank or something. I don't know.
Oh, you got
So-
into Fort Knox,
Don't
did
forget
you?
Rod Fort Knox. Yeah.
Basically robbed Fort Knox. Like
So let me
Amount to stealing from the actual empire itself.
let me
Ooh.
let me get this straight. You stole from the bank's bank, and now the bank is coming after you.
well, you see, here's the thing. I was just part of a group that did it. That's why I got off a little lighter.
I have a better question. Now, how?
Look, when you know a few people, you can make things happen.
But that's not easy though. That stuff is locked down tight. Like
Oh, there's a reason the rest of my friends are still locked away.
Did you sell them out?
I see Beth nodding.
It just got so quiet. The music fades.
As I check my backstory real
I'm waiting.
fast.
What you're all about to hear is a bus sound of.
Uh,
I bet you're wondering how I got here. Well, it all takes place back in the summer of '84.
okay, sorry. I have my notes now. I have it. I did not sell out the group.
Insight.
Fortune- What was the roll? I'm looking at my stuff right now.
It wasn't great.
Natural
Oh,
20!
Well, I would make a deception check, but I'm not gonna bother because it's not a lie. I actually did not sell out.
Hey, okay, there you go.
So I'll continue. I did not sell out the group. I was just connected with people who got caught after they were revealed from an informant. So I was on the kind of on the outside of the group. I wasn't a main contributor.
So are you one of the last people that hasn't been caught?
No, I got caught. They just told me to leave Marseille and never come back.
But why would
So
they
then why
let
is
you...
there a bounty on your head?
Yeah, why would they let you leave and keep the others?
Well, it's less of a bounty on my head and more just any members of that group.
There are others that are out there.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
So let me hold on. Were you hired to go find them and bring them in?
No. When I got expelled from Marseille, I just decided to do things on my own.
But why still a bounty on your head?
No, not particularly on my head, just members of the group in general. If you can prove that you are part of the group, you get rewarded.
So by extension,
This group, does this group have a name?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does. Beth, am I okay to reveal that? Because I don't know if we've talked about it at all. Okay.
You're
Fair
in the
enough.
pilot seat. Go with it.
I guess. So the name of the group was known as Nightfall. I know, I'm so edgy. Leave me alone.
I don't.
It's actually kind of funny. That's one of the legendary weapons in one of my campaigns, but besides the point.
I've heard of this group before.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, really?
The legend goes beyond history.
That's what I've heard.
23, make a deception check.
Do I even need an insight check?
2.
I don't need an insight check. Well, hold on. I might roll a 1.
Natural one. Natural one.
I'm really good at rolling
natural.
ones.
Tempest.
Hold on. I was reading my backstory. Give me a second.
Please, God damn it.
Can I make a history check to see what I may have heard about in Marcera about these guys?
Before it, Tempest, how good are you making improv? 'Cause we haven't written your stuff yet.
I guess I'm improving really quick.
Well.
Okay. I can...
Beth, you are also very quiet.
You are very quiet.
I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine. I didn't realize this would be. Okay. So I mean, they're a thieves guild in the sense that they do target occasional caravans with goods and stuff like that. That's probably accurate. Have you seen those books he
Reynard
likes
looks
around?
offended by this. Because Reynard can bench more than pretty much everyone in this group except 23.
To be fair,
Anyway.
Renard can. He's a muscle wizard.
It was mainly because I was fairly skilled with ranged weaponry. As you know, I tend to enjoy the bow, crossbow, other such things.
Hadn't noticed.
I'm aware. Since I usually shoot, my friends like Cole here.
That was a joke. Oh yes, you did shoot our friends. Wait.
You did.
I apologize for that again. Anyway, so that was mainly what I helped out with on the occasion when it was necessary.
Did you kill someone?
I killed a lot of people.
Hey, me too. High five.
How long ago was this heist?
No high five. That's fine.
How long does it take to walk from from Marcera?
Poor 23 just gets left hanging.
I did this. How long does it take to walk from, say, Marcera to Darrow Shore with like occasional stops along the way?
I'd have to look at the map. Jesus.
It's a map. Let's measure it out, kids.
Let's see.
Oh, God.
500,000.
I would walk 500 miles an hour.
It's 2,400 miles plus or minus.
So,
across the halfway of the continental United States, 8 months if you're walking it.
Okay, we'll say a year then. I got out and I just started wandering over to Darrow Shore since I couldn't exactly take a boat from Marcera anymore.
And you decided to stick with us?
You are very intriguing people.
Tempest, I am flattered. If I could blush, I'd be blushing.
You're sparking a little bit.
I do that. It's literally part of me.
I like to think it's like Pikachu, just...
From the cheeks.
Hey, you just laughed at my muscle comment. Leave me alone.
As I so often do.
I took 1 damage suddenly. But yes, I decided to make my way to Darrow Shore overland and just made my way here doing odd jobs here and there.
Well, I'm glad you're here, regardless of your very criminal past. Just as I'm glad as Roman is here, regardless of his very criminal past. Just as I'm glad as Renard is here, with his not very questionable past at all, to be
Not
honest.
criminal past, that's what you were going to say, right?
Not questionable. Unquestionable. Really a straight
Yes.
shooter.
It's a day of learning for everyone.
It is. Thank you, Cole, for bringing this up. I feel
you're welcome.
much better.
Now, as a unified team, we have bonded and will strike down our foes. Right?
I'm feeling.
I mean, or we
very-
could turn it Tempest and get a bounty, depending on size of said bounty. How much is the bounty, Tempest?
I'm not going to tell you.
Well, I guess we'll find out for ourselves then.
You might. Remember, I wasn't one of the bigger members. I just happened to
That's-
have a.
Who's the getaway driver?
I just
No,
happened
he
to
was the
have
muscle.
I was the muscle and the getaway driver. Yes, but no, you wouldn't get as much as you would like out of me. I'm sorry. I just happen to have one of those faces people remember.
Nickel for every time
Well,
I've
you're
heard that.
blue.
Huh?
I said if only I had a nickel for every time I've heard that.
Any other questions about my criminal past, 23? You seem very intrigued.
Well, we don't know anything about anyone. I'm sorry. I'm just being thorough. Renaud has parent issues and decided to say fuck family and do himself, which I'm completely a fan of. Good big fan of that self-development. Roman was a pirate, and then a child, and then a pirate. And that's Roman. Pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
He was
I'm going
born
over-
into
this
life
is a-
early. He got out, but they brought him back in.
This is a summary, by the way. Then Kevin was probably an elf, and then somehow warforged. Core was a slightly useless warforged and became a much better warforged.
You know,
She said it
23,
herself.
That's not, how you,
Perseverance!
that's not how you make friends, 23.
Perseverance.
Exactly,
She is what-
perseverance!
My sister.
I don't know what you're
Because-
talking.
Don't say that.
Become better than what you are.
And Cerulean was a rich kid whose family wanted to. I don't know.
He
I don't
has
remember
money
much.
guilt.
But he has money guilt and decided to help people, which I think is an admirable quality. I think Cerulean might be the only savable one of us all.
He's probably the best of us, that's true.
Thank you.
What's your superpower? I have good morals.
And money.
Good morals and money.
Are
Those
you
usually go together.
Batman?
You think Batman has good morals? I don't know where to start with you.
Renaud also doesn't have good morals.
Yeah, but Tempest, look at it. I mean, you don't think it's a great quality in a friend to have them recap your whole conversation at the end, or
You know,
recap your life story right in front of you in a
I'm
flip sentence?
starting to think this was a terrible idea to tell 23 these things.
No, it is a great idea because I'm going to tell everyone about
I
my
know, that's the
friends.
problem.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll keep it a secret about you.
As
Yes,
you
questionable
learned when you
past.
first met me, I tried to keep it a secret about what was going on. They both yelled it across the bar.
23, I have
Yes.
one word for you. Do you mind just...
Go for it.
Damn it, hold on. No, that's 2 words. We'll come back
Go
to
on,
this.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Oh, you know what? We'll just do it anyway. I'm just gonna look at you and just be like, sleep, as I cast command.
Is that what type of save is that?
I think it's like wisdom.
Oh, is it wisdom? Please be con. Actually, no. Command is. I was thinking I was getting sleep and command mixed up.
Yeah.
Wisdom save?
Yes.
Wisdom.
8.
You go to sleep.
Why
For
would
one-
you?
For one turn, he lays down.
Wait, what?
It's only the command only lasts a turn.
So basically, on his turn, he lays his head down like he's going to try and go to sleep. But that's actually he's a warforged. He can go to sleep on command.
Uh-oh.
Out.
But he also doesn't need to sleep. So like, it's literally just like you just rebooted 23.
Yeah. There we go.
Maybe he
Turn
forgets.
him off, turn him back on.
You hear the
Offline.
hear the windows
His
turn
eyes
off.
just
Sign?
flicker off. Doo-doo-doo.
Online.
You've got
You-
That was a very neat. That was a very neat trick.
Do you still remember what we were talking about?
Yes, I remember everything. Now you've made it. Now you've made an enemy of me. Your mistake.
Well, I love you, 23, but I was hoping you wouldn't go around telling everyone my secrets.
I'll try not to.
You're going
I
to
promise.
do it, aren't you?
I promise I'll try not to because you actually have a bounty on your head, where Renaud is just a pirate. Sorry, Roman is just a pirate. They both have odd names.
It's okay. If you try it again, we're going to do the reboot thing. I don't know if it does anything, but it made me laugh.
Literally did nothing. Had a
Please
nice
don't
nap.
use magic to manipulate 23. That's not nice.
Yeah.
It's
He's
okay.
trying. He's not doing it intentionally.
It's okay, 23.
I
I
mean,
love you.
Sometimes
You're a good person. You just talk a lot.
love is that's a word.
Well, now that the entire Hammer knows our backstories and dirty secrets, I think we've had enough for the night. We have a busy morning tomorrow, and we should make sure we're ready for it.
Cheers to that.
About to go to bed.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. I've been prepping maps and getting ready and listening and laughing. Y'all are good group to listen to.
You're just having fun over there. I saw you just sit back and just go like, ah.
I don't have to work very hard. Yeah. I know.
RP.
Easy
Okay.
session to run.
So, as you all settle in for a long rest, recovering your spells, abilities,
Wonder charges.
and magic missile charges,
We'll try and steal that from him. We should plot that.
you awaken the dawn of the next day to a loud gong from the entire, not all of your rooms individually, but more of a central for the whole hold fast. The whole Hammerfist hold seems to rumble with a loud bell, as if an alarm has been struck. Though nobody comes up and starts banging on your doors, you do not hear the sounds of normal rushing or day-to-day activity.
Just the army moving out.
Yeah, getting ready for war.
I will rush downstairs to see what I see.
Okay. You can see the better part of about 300 to 400 dwarves, armed in various gear, arms, armor, robes, and staves, all in formations. They seem to be waiting for something.
I will go join in their formation.
So there's a lot of 4-foot bodies over here with an 8.5
I know, I just
foot.
thought about it.
Can we watch this? I want to watch this.
Also, 6'8".
Oh, excuse me. You still look like Tom Selleck and Mr. Baseball. Did we get that reference, or am I the only one who gets that?
I got it.
Sure, Kurt did.
Sorry.
I'm sure Kurt did. The operator's laughing. He gets it.
I'm just gonna come down, look at Cerulean, and I guess I'm like, what's 23 doing?
I'm not sure.
As you march out watching, you can see Othrek Hammerfist comes out wielding black and gold armor of some sort of plate, big hammer struck in his back, dagger at his side, shield, and he's saying something in Dwarvish to all of everybody else, a speech being written. A lot of the dwarves are nodding and grumbling, but some seem to understand. Then he points towards 23 and says, and that's the fucking one who's paying y'all! Or at least one of them. To which all our dwarves turn their heads and just start.
I'll raise my sword.
I'll just start clapping as well, just like, yes, wonderful 23, wonderful.
Then he goes back to talking in Dwarvish for another couple of minutes before you hear what is basically the Dwarvish equivalent of, move them out! And they all start marching in formation out of the Hordfast. They're
Cor would
going.
watch this, because I don't imagine you see dwarves move out in formation that often. So
No.
committing that to memory.
No, you don't. And they are tight. It's a held formation. But within 10 minutes, majority of the holdfast is emptied out, with only a handful of people left behind.
That's amazing.
Am I able to go? Is Hammerfist the last one to leave, or is he leading the charge out?
He's leading. If you're following,
Okay.
he didn't say anything about it.
Okay. Nah.
1, 2, 3.
I'll
We
just
have
let him go.
another thing to do.
I know, I just brings back memories, you know. I haven't seen a proper army in, well, a while.
You're about to see a couple of them clash.
Brings me back. Well, everyone get a good night's sleep.
Yes.
Indeed.
Feel nicely refreshed. I now understand why you all need like your long rests. This magic thing is difficult when you're tired.
Yeah, it's a real bitch to get used to.
Yeah,
Don't you-
I can only get it. Go on.
No, I was just gonna laughing and be like, I feel like I see you do things all the time though.
Who was that directed
You know.
towards?
It was directed toward Roman. He was
Okay. What are y'all gonna do for breakfast? Or the morning?
Is there bacon around?
Yes.
I'm gonna go get the owls ready.
They are out front, stabled, since you seem to left them there.
Dwarves know how to stable owls, right?
They are in a horse's stable.
I will
love
let them
it.
out and
Take care of them. I'm so sorry, my friends.
This Juniper just kind of seems to be glaring at you.
I know. You're not there. You're getting bacon.
No, but I'm sad for her.
As you just feed them bacon. Chomp chomp. It's picked
feel
out of
like
your
they-
hand.
I feel like they would like bacon.
Who doesn't like bacon?
Weird people.
Vegans.
Pigs.
Yep. There's actually vegan bacon. And you can actually get kelp bacon too.
But it's
What?
not real bacon.
Weird.
Yeah, I know.
Lies.
It tastes close. It's like $9 a strip, but you can get kelp
Ew.
bacon.
This is why people don't eat
Ass.
healthy, because that.
It's expensive.
It's easier to eat the fatty things. So I guess we're heading out.
Yep, to find a centipede dragon.
Just sounds lovely when you say it like that.
hmm
Yeah.
That might have 8 to 12 legs.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere in there. All right. Going in your owls and taking off into the morning sky. I think this is a good spot for a break. Operator,
Yeah.
I think we're going to take a break. We'll be back at 9 o'clock, guys.
Eh.
So that's why Kansas City is the absolute worst football. Oh, hey, we're back.
I mean, you're entirely right. Oh, wait, we're back?
Hello, everyone.
Don't fuck with Kansas City fans. They are passionate.
All right, so taking off into the area will take you a day and a half to get to the Thorn Crawl to at least start exploring it more thoroughly. You're going that direction?
Good plan.
Plan.
Tis the plan indeed. Outstanding. One moment. Let's turn off the Happy Tavern music because you're no longer in a Happy Tavern.
But I feel so cheerful.
Actually, do you guys just want to stay here forever and just like shut the doors and like ignore the outside world?
I don't
Yeah.
think
We can just
that's
talk about
the way.
talk about our past.
You can wait for another plucky group of random people to come together in there and pay them some gold to go take care of our problems.
Plucky groups are 1 in a million.
Okay. The Thorn Crawl itself is a tangled track of thorns that rise almost as high as your owls in some cases, with thick brambles as wide as a horse, spikes edging off them like rose thorns that are sword in length. Very impressive. Were it not for the fact that it was utterly horrifying. Endless streams of dirt, rock, and sand are more or less all that you can see as the plains give way to the crawl itself. The vines seem to stretch on for miles. You can see the ground in place to place, interlinked between jagged canyons and shallow bluffs, buttresses rising up higher than your owls in place to place. It is less of a desert, you realize, and more of a badland. As you keep descending further and further, you do see all sorts of animal life below you. Lions are definitely among them. But also you see hyenas, scorpions the size of small horses. A great variety and many of creatures. And as you all settle into a shallowed out gulch/dry river bed for one evening, is there anything you would like to do?
Well, do we have a good spot to put our owls while we're in the bubble?
It does seem like there's a lot of thorns around. Can they perch around here?
So as you all kind of descend, you're in a riverbed that's about a 20-25 foot climb up with several different outcroppings that kind of intersect between place to place. It's sheltered, definitely. The winds sweep over, but not in.
So I'm just going to put this out there. The last place we want to camp out is a riverbed where we can be attacked from above and we're pinned down.
Yes, that does.
We're going to be hidden here regardless because I'm going to put the hut up.
Can they fit in the hut with? They can't fit in the hut with us, though.
The owls can't fit in the hut, but the owls will just have to fend for themselves. We should keep an eye on them regardless.
Are these like thick thorns or like kind of small thorns like a rose? Like can they like safely perch somewhere around here?
Oh, these things are huge.
You also said outcroppings. I assume they're rocks, so they can like nest in the outcroppings.
Yep.
Okay. I guess just look to see if we can. Well, they're pretty smart. They should be able to find something pretty easily, right?
Yeah. If you let them go, they will go find perches.
Okay. If we're settling down, I'll just give Juniper a nice stroke and some pocket bacon and let her go find some stuff.
Okay. So instead of settling inside the riverbed, you're going to be up top of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There is a a hot wind that blows across, but with the bubble up, you are all safely able to be barked at by dogs.
Dear
wild dogs! I didn't know this was here.
You're also starting to realize it's getting crowded. Like all of you together, it's 7 of you in a very tight bubble.
Fits up to 8.
But it is fortunate that you had the bubble up, because as time passes along from place to place, or minute to minute, you do see creatures almost seem to scurry up to it and then walk off. Like a scorpion from time to time, a lion seems to prowl and sniff at 1 hour. Eventually, though, the nightlife gives way into something a little more haunting. From once in a while, you swear you can see a translucent ghost of a lion shape roar silently in the air, bounding from thorn to thorn, almost seeming like it's going through the bubble but then passing on, not interacting with it. It does not seem to bother any of you as it does, you feel nothing, you hear nothing, and it's so translucent it might as well not be there. But there is definitely a sense of peculiarity to the air.
So is it safe to assume that we're already being watched?
I think this ghost lord is watching us, indeed.
It's definitely creepy.
Its motions, though, does it seem mindless?
Make a perception check.
Alrighty. I can do one of those.
How well can you do one? Oh,
Hard to gauge if it's mindless. It does stop to watch you for time to time, but it moves on eventually.
Okay.
What's more frightening, however, is emerging from the vines are smaller creatures, about 5 to 6 feet in height. Humanoid only in the sense that they have hands and feet, but instead they look more made like they're made out of wood. They have a very barked look to their appearance. And I will see if I can get you a map of them or a picture of them in just a moment.
Cerulean, I have a question for you while this is happening.
Yes.
I have a certain spell that has a way of making you less attractive to hit. If I cast that on you, can you promise not to hit anything?
He takes out a scroll of sanctuary. I do have this as backup, but if you would provide something, that would be greatly.
That would be the one, yes.
I would still like to help when I can. I mean, my blasts still do a decent amount.
Yes, of course, obviously. Just, if you look in a bad way, that's probably a good time for me to cast it on you, right?
More than likely, yeah. I'll just do my best to. I always try to stay out of the way, but it's not your guys' fault, I promise. But with you guys getting hit so often, it'll only take a little bit of time before they realize where it's coming
Somebody's
from.
breathing into their mic.
Oh, that's probably me. I'm still talking. Sorry.
It's either way, it is a matter of time before they realize where the healings come from. But it would be appreciated either way.
Just discussing a little strategy because this is unnerving.
Okay. The creatures that look like they're made out of vines wrapped in even tighter vines do have humanoid and facial expressions ranging from the height of about 3 feet, very stocky builds, to tall and lanky, almost human-like, if not taller in some cases. They do not seem to pay you any mind, keeping on their business of whatever such thing may be. And as you all awaken the next day, the bubble is still there, and there are no creatures in the apparent vicinity watching you.
Gonna immediately look for those owls.
Okay. They are there, perched not terribly far away. You can see them really high up.
Okay, so they did find some safety in there. Okay.
They did.
That was unnerving. Anyone else feeling awkward today?
Glad we
I feel
have a
awkward
bubble.
every day.
Was that Roman?
I said I'm very glad we have a bubble.
Yeah, Reynard, you're absolutely the MVP right now.
It's almost like I went to school for this.
Well, what did your school tell you that we should do next?
Fireball! Fireball!
Well, honestly, my lessons in school tended not to deal with the practicality of situations like this. It was more the theory of magic, not the practical application. It's part of the reason I wanted to get the hell out of there.
I did find the lion quite curious.
One of them. If what we've heard is true, it's very likely this is not the only one here.
I agree with Renard, and the lion makes me think the Ghost Lord is quite interested in us right now.
Well, hopefully him and Varathian, the blue thing, aren't friends.
Maybe they'll kill each other.
Doubtful.
I can dream, can't I?
I am concerned. Either those creatures just weren't aware of us, or they would have been hostile. We've heard the dwarves tell stories of kids who come up into the Thorncrawl. This is not a friendly place to outsiders.
Don't think those things are those kids, do you?
It's possible, unfortunately.
Ugh.
But what I'm more worried about is, even if it's in its own little plane of existence, what if he can still sense it?
That lion did look like it was coming through the bubble.
By the way, I think it's best advised we don't talk about that while we're in this land.
Which
What 23?
The object that we have.
That's yes. Sorry, I realize you may have missed the point. Regardless, yes. Let's just. We're here to find this Behir and put an end to it. That's why we're here.
As he says that, I'm immediately looking around for any ghost lions. I'm like, shit.
Make a perception check.
Oh God, why 23? Why?
I think you should be less worried about what's there and the fact that Reynard is still visibly carrying around his staff.
Yeah, he owes me something that
he
too.
wields that staff, so
16?
the fact that he carries it around with him.
As you look about, there is a lion perched like a cat, paws neatly in front of it. It is translucent, blue, and seems to be watching all of you. And as your eyes meet, it turns about and bounds off somewhere into the southwest.
Damn it. No? Okay. That lion heard you say that 23. It went to the southwest.
We're
To
not
be
here for the
fair-
lions.
Oh, but that
23
lion...
didn't really say much at all. We're going to stick with that. We're going to keep moving forward.
Let's just find this thing and get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be given a choice anymore.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. In the meantime, let's just try to find Varantian.
Yeah, let's
Do
get
what
on
we came here for.
Something that large. The desert itself is quite windy, but with the owls, we should be able to find any tracks or sight of it. Start hunting it down.
Okay.
I agree.
Taking off onto the owls once again.
Tempest is going to be looking for ghost lions as we travel.
Funny you should mention that.
Why is it funny? Oh, hey, dog.
Rising from a low mesa is an intimidating sight. A massive lion of stone crouches, as if ready to pounce on a nearby hill. The cyclopean monolith is composed of a dull, tawny stone. It looks to be about 240 feet in length, and at the top of its maned head rises over 80 feet from the ground. There seems to be some sort of hollow between the lion's front paws in the area bordered by its chest. Likewise, hints of a dark cave are apparent in its maw. Dozens of translucent lion-like shapes fly and caper about the massive lion's head and body. The shapes sometimes even pass through its stony surface to emerge on a different spot.
I guess I'll turn to Core and be like, we really don't want to go down there, do we?
Seems to be the source of your fears, really.
Not why we're here.
Let's just keep moving forward. Just ignore it for now.
This
I
where the Behir is meant to be?
I don't know. We don't really know where the Behir is meant to be. This feels like the Ghost Lord, which... why are we here?
Well, just because we found this doesn't mean it's changed our goal. We are looking for that Behir. if there's any evidence that it's down there in the Sphinx, then that's not good. But we need to look. We need to find the tracks. Somebody should be tracking this thing.
Does it look like a natural cavern or something that a monster has burrowed through?
It looks like the entrance to it is flanked by massive stone paws to the north and south. This hollow is hidden in the shadow of its great stone head above. A worn stone path between the great paws leads up to a low stone ramp, which climbs up to an impressive archway in the lion's chest. Two basalt statues of skeletal lions stand facing each other on either side of that arch, as if passing judgment on those who would travel between them.
That doesn't seem the slightest.
Just ignore them to the best you can.
How?
We fly past them. I'd suggest we do fly low, though, in case these things try to come up and attack us in the sky. You're breathing in your mic really bad, dude.
I'm muted right now.
No, you're not. Nope, now you are. Okay.
Like I should be.
Sorry.
Yeah, the longer we
Right.
stay here and worry about what it could be, the more chance that anything down there will come up and meet us. We should just keep going.
How do we
Perception
track
check
it?
as you all make a perception check as you all look through it.
I rolled like shit.
2.
Not that shit though. Roman is the best of us.
Oh wow. Born Rome.
Ha.
Though you do not see any sign of a Bahir. Not looking up at you, but definitely relaxing inside one of the lion's teeth, just kind of casually looking out into the desert, is a hobgoblin of some sort.
Guys, there's a hobgoblin in the lion statue.
What?
I
DM2.
Mm,
Well, that just leads credence to his whole thing being in there. Great. Do we have a choice at this point?
does it look like so it doesn't look like he's looking at us, or is he?
He has not seen you. You said you guys are flying pretty high up, right?
Yep.
As high as the thorns allow, I guess.
Yeah.
You're a good 300 or 400 feet up.
Do
I
we
f-
alter course? Because I feel like that's not a coincidence.
I feel that can't be. I feel like this is our destination.
It's just so
Roman,
confusing.
yeah, Roman, Cerulean, I've seen you launch those spells at a pretty far distance. Do we think we could take him out altogether real quickly?
It would still cause a lot of noise.
I know, but so is him going in there and alerting anyone.
How
Hasn't seen us yet.
how hardy does he look, Roman?
Does he look like a standard hobgoblin, or does he look like he's wearing
Wearing
more
armor.
fancy- He's probably at least one of the bog standard ones, and even them, they've got a decent hardiness to them. So
It's just so strange. It just doesn't make sense.
Why is he here? Are they guarding the Ghost Lord? Are they here with this Zephyr? What is it called? I don't remember.
I think
But
he-
The better question is, why are the lions not doing anything about him?
That's an excellent question,
They-
Reynard.
Seem rather passive. Like they just watch and bound.
They were passive with us, though. It came through the bubble.
So, remember when I said, what if it was passed off and the Ghost Lord didn't know about it? What if the hobgoblins used that to their advantage and said they knew where it was and they'd be willing to get it back for him?
I feel more like, at least with how casual that hobgoblin's sitting there, that we're more looking at the hobgoblins who are keeping a watch on the guy who they have the thing for.
Is that because we ended up taking the thing? Are they more worried that he's going to break loose now that we have it?
This is why it's confusing. There's now more theories than there are answers, and that's just worrying.
All right. Now that we're getting a chance to see more and more of these things, can I make it a check of some kind to see if I can't figure out what the hell these lions are? If they're corporeal creatures, if they're just, illusions left behind by the magic in the desert, or what?
Go for it. Make an Arcana check.
Can I make a religion check out of curiosity, or is that not a helpful thing?
Not very helpful, and unfortunately a 12. Renard, what you can gather from it, it almost looks like they are an aura of some kind. Some sort of spell is giving off an effect, and they are the appearance of the ritual. It's not because you're certain the magic itself is not arcanic in nature. This is not an arcane casting lich. He's a druid. You know that.
Fuck, it's natural.
But what he's doing and what they are is not really clear.
Well, are any of you particularly stealthy? Can you go in, look around, and come back out?
I think Roman and I are the most stealthy, but I don't know if we are stealthy against ghosts.
I am quite stealthy, and I can go invisible.
That's pretty damn stealthy.
I can at least turn myself into a hobgoblin.
So, but what's our play here?
Can't do any of those things.
Only issue is, how do we get people there without being detected?
I mean, we
He's
don't
hiding
have...
in the mouth, isn't he? Directly from above.
Yes, I can jump off an owl and cast Featherfall.
But are there are lions all over this thing, right? Are they on top?
They're all around it.
You're making an assumption that the lions, they already know we're here. If the lions were going to tell them that something is coming, they already would have.
That's a fair point. He does look rather relaxed, didn't you say?
He does look like he's leaning back, just admiring the view.
Maybe there's something to this idea that the Ghost Lord could be reasoned with.
Oh, you rolled it over. Oh, 22. I thought it was just 12. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. It's a female, and for a hobgoblin, beautiful. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. Flawless skin. Look, flawless skin, long black hair, a whip at one side, a leather jerkin, holding a staff that seems to crackle with electricity from time to time. She's just casually watching.
Having
love interest.
Having had at least light interaction with goblins that I know the language, have I ever seen one that is attractive, or at least to this degree?
Hobgoblins and goblins are not the same.
Right.
It's rare.
And that's racist.
Also, Tempest, I'm more attracted to the staff.
I said 23 because there's lightning.
I heard the Lee, sorry.
So I just took a quick look back. A little bit less bog standard than it looks like that one. If I had to put money on it, if it's not one of the names on our list, then she knows one of the people directly that is on our list, because
she could know information. That is true.
Maybe Roman should seduce her.
I feel like right now is not a good time for jokes, Tempest.
If I was bumping into her in a tavern, maybe.
Oh, look at that woman. She's attractive as hell. I'm sorry. I'm done.
But me strolling up to her is another hobgoblin in the mouth of a lion with all the situation. I feel like it's a plan doomed to fail.
What you're saying is you're not that into her.
Oh no, she is, like I said, very attractive.
Okay, fair enough.
It's the muscly arms, you know.
I think the longer we stay up here and think about this, the more chance they have to look up and see us. We need to think of something and do it now.
Well, both Kevin and Roman can get in there pretty stealthily. Do we know if there's any other hobgoblins around, or is it going to be odd if a hobgoblin just suddenly appears?
I haven't seen another one.
Maybe Kevin's option is the better one then.
Still kind of do both. Why don't we go over top and me and Kevin can drop down on top of this thing?
Well, Kevin, how many people does your feather fall affect?
5.
I'm okay with staying kind of on an owl and being aerial support.
Renard can also cast it.
That's true.
I'm also still happy being on an owl shooting things if I need to.
I feel like we should probably... I don't feel like we should bring in the owls in the fray, because you know what happened last time.
Damn it, you have a good point.
That's why I was thinking either Renard, Kevin, or both. We could all order the owls somewhere safer, and then we all feather fall down. It'd be a slow descent, but at least we'd still be quiet about it.
Fine, anything to keep Juniper safe.
That's just an idea. Does anyone have anything else, maybe?
This statue is absolutely massive, and this creature's in the mouth. About how big around in diameter is the head? Could we all land on it safely?
If it's 280 feet in length, probably about 20 to 30?
The mouth itself is 65 feet from one end to the other.
Never mind.
So yeah, we could easily land on top of it and just climb down inside.
And you don't know how far into the actual mountain itself it goes.
Well, I'm going to assume that there's some form of cave there. There's some form of connecting. Sure, it's just possible she used magic to get up to where she is, but
Worst comes to worst, what? We
there's
let the
something
owls...
to look at in there.
Yes. Worst comes to worst, the owls come and fetch us after we kill her.
I feel like we should take her alive.
She
Well-
will start moving away from the teeth and in towards the mouth itself.
Shit. I guess we're
Too
going to
long
do it.
every time, guys. Talking too long.
Eh.
I think it's our best way of getting in there.
23 will take his bird and he'll start flying down towards the head with
Here we
Renard on the
go.
back.
Whee!
I guess.
All
I
right,
guess I'll do the
Juniper,
same.
go.
But actually, Roman,
It's the Renard and 23 show.
who's flying now? Roman, is it you or me?
I'll let you fly. I like the bird. I don't like trying to have to handle the bird.
Yeah, actually, I'd probably let, I almost said Zoe. I'd probably let Cord handle it since she's the kind of melee
Oh yeah,
one on the owl.
we have core on this list. I was like, I think I'm missing something. I didn't add core because I built this before I even had core in the game.
Yeah,
There
as
we
much
go.
as I
Core's now added.
as much as I love Juniper, I'd probably let Core handle her because I'm not melee, and we learned that didn't work so well in the last fight.
All right.
Mm.
Are you swooping into the mouth itself?
No.
No, I think just go. I mean, how far of a drop would it be from the head to the base of the mouth?
Another 30, 40 feet.
If the mouth is that big, we could land in the mouth without an issue.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's a flyby and drop us off and quickly stealth in there.
Righty. I will set that up one moment. Let's get to the tokens are out on the field.
Right back.
Oh, that is definitely a Amazoness looking hobgoblin.
As we land, I'll whisper to, I'll tell Annika, I'll be like, if we're not back in one day, well, be a good bird.
Oh, love that music.
That sounds like combat music.
As you all land in front, immediately you are confronted by two more hobgoblins of the Iron Shadow variety, and the whipped hobgoblin turns her head around. Within the open maw of this massive stone's lion head is a large balcony built into the lion's lower jaw that you are currently standing on. Large stone teeth, each 3 to 5 feet high, ring the balcony's edge. The lion's upper jaw arches ominously above, the roof of its mouth fully 15 feet overhead. At the back, where the lion's throat would be, it's in a pair of massive stone doors and a rope ladder rolled up to one side. Stand by, you nerds. Make sure I got this shit done.
That's just rude.
Nope, I gotta get some. I didn't like that problem.
So anyway, stop blasting.
I'm getting you. I'm getting there.
Oh, great.
To which she will turn about and just, gotcha! She yells something in Goblin. I need you all to please roll for initiative.
What did she yell?
They're here. The misfortune are here.
Oh, they know.
Oh, good,
our
they know us.
name.
We
Guys,
knew that. We already knew they knew that because we found the paper in the shrine. But good,
Look,
she knows who we are.
We got brand recognition now.
All right. +6. Why? I'm just too struck by her beauty.
She is so beautiful. How can I resist?
Right. Tempest.
All right, I'm going to cast Divine Favor on myself with bonus action. Gonna just start glowing with a radiant beauty as I do. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It's half the fun. Oh, I think we're back.
Are we?
It looks like it's back. Hi guys, welcome back.
Oh, hello. And goodbye.
No, still hello. Maybe.
Gore, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on her.
God.
Are you getting doofy battlefield?
Yes, it's 60 feet. So, you think you're so smart, do you? Trying to get your worm up here to attack us? And, series of insults about it. And Core will, yeah, do that.
Considering how attractive it is, you just say, "Really? Those shoes with that top?"
No, please, no fashion insults.
That would hurt. Because she's a bard too.
Just everyone separates and just let them have a vicious mockery fight.
It's gonna be epic rap battles. Olwai versus Core. All right. She rolls a natural 20, unfortunately.
Oof.
My rolls are either great or awful tonight. Player beware.
You're in for a scare.
Ooh,
Okay,
goosebumps.
so that
It's not
apparently
even
does
gonna be fair.
absolutely nothing if she makes the wisdom roll, so that's fine.
Okay. All she does is turn around. Oh, darling, this is going to hurt a lot more for you than it will for me. This goblin's going to try to open a door, find out he can't. Baranthian's going to start moving.
Baranthian, I barely knew him.
I bet he doesn't use doors, guys. Out of curiosity, just rant,
He-
just
dash
mentioning.
action.
He doesn't have opposable thumbs. He can't open doors. It's fine.
Yeah, he just has 12 legs to burrow with.
Okay. So, Tempest, you hear
Yes?
something scrambling up.
Oh no. Where
Oh,
do
the
I
elves
hear
are-
it from?
The elves are gone, right? Okay, good. The elves are gone.
Yeah.
They
That's what I'm about to ask you, don't worry.
we double checked that twice.
They're gone.
So I hear scampering from just like the below.
Yeah, from below you. Something is coming up.
Do I have the highest passive perception?
Probably.
It's not trying to hide, and it is large.
I mean, I just had the question. Okay, incoming, everyone. Look to the ground.
It's that everyone's favorite time of the fight where Tempest has to fight the big nasty thing by himself.
Why does that always happen?
Now you're fine. Probably.
Cast
All right.
sanctuary on myself.
The Iron Shadow is also trying to bang against the door. Tempest, your turn.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, you look rather alone, don't you? Oh, mostly anyway. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna take 2 shots at what's her ugly face. Because her shoes are atrocious.
Like everyone's all mad now
He
that I
is
said she
going
was pretty.
to eat that to the back.
Ooh.
That's 2
And
attacks.
that to the back.
Let's just say you take a nice healthy 20 lots of points of damage.
38.
Yes, that. And you know what? Let's throw a War Priest in there and let's just shoot again.
Jeez.
Because I'm a fucking warrior.
Okay.
Soldier. Whatever I am.
50 total.
All right.
I can't do much, but damn it, I can shoot things.
She is badly wounded.
I'd like to think so. Done.
She's taken several arrows to the back, and she's going to rest a hand on the arcane lock and cast a spell.
Oh.
That's not good.
She's going to cast Dispel Magic. I believe
I
that
don't
will
have
dispel
anything for that.
the lock,
Yeah, just dispels it.
and that will end the lock. She's going to open the door.
That her greatest contribution to the stand fight?
But 23 cast counterspell.
I'd like to know where that came from.
He's been a wizard the whole time.
I had
was-
Arcane Lock now. I was like, I'm going to prepare it. I didn't think we were going to be fighting casters. I didn't take Counterspell.
You know what? You stopped him for a full round. That's a thing.
She is going to try to run away from Roman and Renard.
Oh, that's
Opportunity
going to end
attack.
poorly.
I have my staff, so I'll try and bonk her with the staff of your shield, Laurel.
Okay.
Please let Raynard kill her with his staff.
I actually don't have this on my character sheet, so you're going to have to give me a second to set up.
The quarterstaff +1.
It's just a quarterstaff. I just don't have a quarterstaff on my sheet because I've never had the opportunity to bonk things before. Clearly,
And now
you really need to.
You obviously need Warcaster so you can just cast like horrible things at her.
Yeah, I can't.
17?
There's no way I knock her out.
17 actually hits.
For 13
Conk.
damage.
She now has a bruised something.
So she
Yeah.
does that, and then she opens the door with like, imagine a smug look. He just winds up and baseball swings her.
Go for the knee! Go for the
Here it
knee!
goes. Oh, my glue block!
I didn't know you had one of those. Oh,
She can take another 8.
plus sneak attack.
She's still alive.
Wait, she moved
It's-
away, right? Doesn't
he-
she get a booming blade?
Booming blade!
I haven't gone again since my sneak attack.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
once a turn, not once a round.
Would that not refresh on my turn?
That would be a. Wait. Turn is more than a round.
No.
I thought it.
It resets every single turn, not every single round.
That's what I was agreeing to.
Which a turn is whenever she does a thing and then her turn ends, that's a turn.
And.
The person's action.
Okay.
Cerulean.
Okay, she's fuck. Okay, of course she's getting away.
She's trying to.
You could probably kill her with a thing.
That's what I'm gonna try. I can't see past the door anymore. It's open
I
though.
can't even.
Oh,
There you
Oh,
are.
There's hobgoblins in the way.
No, this one's groveling. Remember?
No, not
yeah,
that
but
one.
Roman's in the way.
So it's
Roman, you do get. Did you Roman roll sneak attack on that yet?
I hope you've got a really good shot there, Cerulean.
I don't want to risk hitting Roman.
Roman's sneak attack is not reset yet.
I could try Sacred Flaming, but that would kill her, guaranteed. No, that's 60 feet. Never mind. I'm too far away.
I mean, I think I'd rather her dead than running in there alerting more people.
Let's see. I went
That-
here.
That growling hobgoblin probably knows just as much.
Roman's still in the fucking way. If I'm closer to Kevin, though, I'd be okay with that. So
Do I hear a crying cat?
that's my kid. Ignore her. Whenever someone doesn't
Like-
give her attention, she.
Why aren't
What?
you paying
Cat?
attention to the kitty, you monster?
Cats.
Because no, everyone's paying attention to her. She gets way too much attention. Now I have
Of
Nope.
all the people that said that, Beth, shame on you.
Now
As I
fucking
pet my cat lovingly.
now fucking 23's in the way. I cry.
Just
you
send
know-
it, dude. Just
Okay.
send it.
Do it.
Just take the shot.
Just take the
Just
shot.
do
I'm
it!
taking the shot. I'm taking the shot. 18.
There's a lot of AC bonuses between her and him.
What was that, Beth?
Roman,
Does
you're
not hit.
I will try once more.
Unfortunately, she's got a +4 AC between the 3 people in front of her.
It's better to try than not at all. 14. Nope. God damn it. It's worth it. It was worth a try at least. I should have just held my turn. That's fine.
All right.
At least you only hit the walls.
It's true. Don't really have anything I could do for a bonus right now, so I'll just chill here.
Okay. The
gonna
Iron
go see
Shadow
the-
is going. Iron Shadow is going to stand up and start
yeah.
wailing into 23.
Oh, really? That's what he chooses to do with his life?
Mm-hmm.
He'll hit 23 3 times,
Oh.
and he's not raging.
Oh.
I'm raging
Are you?
Yeah,
No.
you
I
zapped
thought he
him.
was.
because I zapped him.
You did
Oh.
the 5
Yeah.
zap.
Okay. 8,
I zapped him.
7, so 13 reduced to
6.
6.
Dividing by 2 is hard.
All right. Kevin.
You didn't want to do a quick lap around the room?
Kevin.
Oh, what's this meter? I was trying to figure out what my
Yeah.
Tinker's tool. I was trying to figure out my Tinker's tools weren't working. There we go. I'm gonna use my action to fix my gun.
You misfired?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hero natural one.
Whew.
Oh, I forgot that.
And I'll use my bonus action to shoot this dude with the shoulder cannon.
Dude him.
He got duded.
He is
Good.
deleted.
2 off of max.
Dude-leaded. Blah. That is a lot of fucking damage from your damn shoulder cannon.
Just 2d8 plus.
Just. It's higher than a great sword.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't ever increase until like level 10. That's the only time it does.
That's
I don't get any
damn
extra
good.
attacks. Sure, but I never get extra attacks or anything.
That's true.
Kevin.
I guess
Your turn's
you
over.
get
Reynard. Kevin, are you I'm sorry, Kevin, are you moving at all?
No, I'm gonna I'll move over to the side here, so I'm not staying behind Cerulean.
Okay.
Reynard's about to do something stupid because he is desperately because Tempest called out that something's coming up, and it sounds like it's coming up from the mouth. And Reynard wants to be as far away from that as possible. He's going to, he's going to
Good
move
logic.
to here. He will provoke from both of them. In turn,
Oh.
to here.
They're going to take
Yes.
the opportunities.
That is
I will shield
stupid.
if one of them hits me.
They will hit.
Okay.
You deflect 1, but not 2.
Okay.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
And as Reynard moves to here, he's going to move one more step. He is going to string both of his hands out, kind of rubbing them back against. And as he does, energy begins to pull between his palms as he snaps his fingers, and he is going to use Montilier's Magic Missile Storm.
Well,
On her? Okay.
As an
On whom?
eruption of magic, it's everything within 20 feet of him. Of his
So-
choice.
Is this a custom spell?
It is. A almost starlight figure of magic missiles form around him and macross off, slamming into Olwai.
He's
She
hobgoblin
gets-
too.
And the hobgoblins, yeah. Olwai turns around at the last second. Her eyes go wide, and she almost hears, "No." She gets smeared against the wall. She's dead.
And with my remaining movement, because I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm gonna move one more, just a little bit farther away from whatever's coming up, and that's my turn.
The hobgoblins are now in pain. All right, 23.
Tempest said the noise is coming from the mouth of the cave.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go 35 feet of movement to there, and I'm going to hold a attack.
Okay.
Protect the squishies.
Roman.
Choices, decisions. What do I do? I mean, I gotta do it at least once. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get rid of these guys. I'm gonna draw the Wand of Wonder, and I'm just gonna punch it into the guy's chest as burning and yell "Wonder!" and hoping for a lightning bolt. I'm gonna aim it to. It's the only thing I know it does, apparently.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh
You are
no!
stunned. You're fucking stunned.
Wonder.
It backfires.
Wonder.
Now I know. I mean, but I think it did something awesome.
It probably lightning bolted you in the face.
I think you just cast that spell.
It's actually, you just see him going, yeah, that was fucking good.
I fucking did it.
Damn it! This is just gonna make him further believe how great the Wand of Wonder is.
I still believe we just fucking steal it one night.
All right. Core.
You see him just like, yeah-ing.
4.
Zoe.
You did.
Sorry about that. 1 second here. Okay, so Core understands there's big bad coming, but also that getting flanked is really horrible. So Core is going to run up and give the dude in front of her the old 1-2 swing of the sword.
Okay. 12 doesn't hit, but a natural 20 definitely will. 8 points of
Damage.
damage.
Well done, indeed.
It seems so pitiful.
No, it's wonderful.
You are a bard.
That's true. That is my turn.
Okay. Iron Shadow is going to swing at Roman 4 times.
Oh no!
Oh, with advantage.
Yep.
Brrr.
1, 2, 3, 4. You are hit 4 times.
Oh no.
You just got hitmaned.
Wait, does stun get crits?
He gives it down.
No.
Okay.
Fortunately, you were not killed in one punch, man.
One punch.
But instead, you take 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
I feel like that's a lot.
I feel like there was a couple crits in there.
There was 1 crit.
Yeah.
And a couple max rolls. 2 max rolls and a crit. Actually, no, 3 max roll. Yeah.
Yeah. As a fighter, I have 68 health. What do you have as a warlock? Not that much.
All right.
Rogue, pirate, not a warlock, pirate.
Yeah.
There is a
sorry.
deeper scrambling as something pulls it up,
Busy.
looking up and over.
Don't
The-
be near cerulean.
Now you see me.
That's
And it pops up right in front of you,
Oh,
23, as it comes
shit.
up and over.
Attack of opportunity.
Yeah, more like just your action.
Or not, or yeah, hold it action. So is that, when you hold an action
One
for
attack.
attack, is that 1 attack or 2? Okay,
One
I can never
attack.
remember. Boop. That was not supposed to be a natural 20. So
And
that's
it-
a little.
Does not hit. And as you swing it, almost clacks aside your hand and looks about very carefully.
uh-oh.
This is the problem, cerulean, run.
It is going to bite you, 23. It will bite you.
Yep.
You are bit for 25 points of piercing damage.
Key.
It is then going to try to wrap its body around you.
So 25 reduced to 12?
Yes.
Okay.
And you are not grappled by just barely. As you, at the last second, this creature almost was able to constrict you entirely. And that is its turn.
This is bad.
The Iron Shadow is going to come right here and make 4 attacks against the stunned target.
Oh no.
That is, I believe, 3 hits.
Dodge one.
3. Somehow. 12, 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's some more.
Are you
out.
alive?
I am still up.
Good.
Tempest. There's a big
Oh.
nasty coming at you.
There's a lot of bad things happening in Tempest's life. I'm going to fire 3 shots using a War Priest ability at this gigantic. What the fuck? That's a 19.
19 will hit.
Crit and a 15. I assume doesn't work.
15 does not.
Okay, let's do these 2. Okay, that's 15 and then 6, 14. That's 20. So that is a total of 35.
Okay.
And now that my attacks are done, I'm going to change my concentration spell. I'm going to look at 23 and be like, I think you've got this. I'm going to pull back my bow, no arrow attached. I'm just going to unleash a light arrow and give him Shield of Faith.
You bonus action to War Priest.
Shit, I did. I forgot. I forgot
That's
that
cool.
was a thing. It's okay.
You
I'm
pull your
getting-
bow and nothing happens.
I'm like, I thought, why didn't that? What? Oops. Right. Oh shit, she did warn me about that. Okay. Good luck, 23, and I'm going to just back up over here in case I'm needed to help Roman.
Okay. Brilliant.
All right, seeing that, Cerulean is definitely gonna kind of look around. He's gonna say, "We should probably get past the door." He'll move here. Seeing Roman get fucking stomped on, I'm going to use. We'll do 3 healing light on him for as a bonus. So 10 back, and then 2 Eldritch Blasts at this one.
Which one? I'm sorry.
This one.
Okay.
The one in front of Corey. Yeah. First one.
That'll hit.
For 12 points of force.
He's
And
dead.
oh hell yeah!
The best form of healing is killing everything.
God damn it, Corey's in the way too. I'm not gonna risk it. That'll be my turn.
I'm viewing Curtis Wilkins. Curtis' screen.
All right. Kevin.
Kevin.
Outline.
Sorry, I'm gonna shoot the Behir twice. Because the
Okay.
hobgoblins down there look like they're being dealt with.
22 will hit.
That doesn't.
That does not.
Do I have to roll to see if I hit 23 or am I clear?
No, he's a big target. You're shooting at this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a real big target. Not a problem. 9.
Cool beans.
All right. Reynard.
Okay. Looking behind him. Oh, one of them died. Aw. That's a shame. No, that looks really good. Reynard is going to. He's going to pull out the wand of magic missiles. And I'm going to drop 4 charges of it to cast a 4th level. Oh, that's max damage. All on the Behir. For 30 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then Reynard is going to move 1. Oh, this is pitch black in here because there's no light. Shit. 2, 3, and hope I don't accidentally bump into something.
Okay.
Because I'm just moving into the darkness because I'm trying to hide behind a wall here, and that'll be his turn.
Okay. 23.
23. Excuse me, sorry. I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15 to there. Kind of put my back against these teeth, and then I feel like zapping it's not gonna do shit because Bernard said it was stormy stuff. So I'm gonna smack it with the greatsword.
Okay.
Frostbrand. 16.
16 does not hit.
17.
17 does not hit.
That's my turn.
You've
Okay.
got this, 23. You're doing great.
Roman.
I'm just like, oh, that must have done a lot of damage to those guys because it hurt me a lot.
Illogical in so many ways, I don't even want to deal with it.
I guess I will stow the Wand of Wonder. And I'll use a booming blade attack on this guy. Sure. Nari. I think a 21 hits. Unless he does monk stuff.
That'll hit.
Alrighty. Boom. And a Snookatook. Not another 8, so just another 6. 6, 12, 20 points.
Toast.
Alrighty. If he's dead, I'm going to start moving away. Just move to there. And I'll use just double check he's in range. My hex mark. Where's it? Hex blade occurs 30 feet. Nope. So I will bonus action dash to this tooth over here. And that'll be right
Okay.
there.
4.
Yes, I am going to move, first of all. I'm actually going to use my action to dash this turn. So
Okay.
that would be it. Actually, hold. Sorry, push talk is bothering me. I will also cast Healing Word. On Roman, since he's so beat up. Before I make the rest of my distance.
He's so stunned.
Yeah, that Wand of Wonder does so much damage.
You wonder why we want to steal it from you. It just does so much damage.
Exactly.
That is my turn.
All right. The Bahir, Varanthian lets out a. You actually kind of hurt. He's going to maneuver himself to right here. He'll take an attack of opportunity from 23.
Nope.
That will
Oh
miss.
my god.
Its head winds back with electric energy, pouring up its tail and coiling from its mouth before it lets out a towards Core and Kevin. And you both of you to please make dexterity saving throws. Okay. Kevin, you take a total of 34 points of lightning damage. Core, you take 69.
Nice.
I'm,
high five.
I'm down. So
As you come up to him, he swings around and you take it to the face.
all right.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to word it quite like that,
Oh,
but
it was perfect.
I feel like it fit. All right. be his turn. Tempest.
That was a good turn. If I see Cora go down, I'm just be like, no, heal, and I'm going to shoot an arrow of healing over toward her.
Okay. Now I'm imagining you're more of a Princess Zelda style.
That's only 6. I don't know why. Oh, it attached a divine favor to it. What was that?
I get this Zelda feeling from you now.
Basically, it's a light arrow. Yeah. So you have 6 health, and I'm out of healing slots. I'm done with that. I'm going to shoot things because that scared the shit out of me. Whisper twice. 16 doesn't hit.
22. Now bloody.
I'm gonna come over here and just get as much distance as I can as I aim another shot.
Okay. Cerulean.
Okay, we need to get Cora up as fast as possible. So
She's
I
up.
will. Well,
She's
right, but we need to get her more.
If it
so-
does 68 points of damage, there ain't no getting her up.
She was full.
It's kind of true. Like, I mean, I have decent HP too.
I
Well, just
rolled
in-
really well.
just in case, I'll dump 2 healing light into you, and also slurp. 7. So additional 7. Pop up over here.
Back in the double digits.
Thank you. No, well, yeah. Fresh
Okay.
13.
I want someone to have advantage, so I'm going to throw a guiding bolt at it.
Nice.
24 will hit.
And that's a 3rd level guiding bolt too, so 26 points of radiant. Actually, 31 points of radiant damage.
I see 20.
I have a new
Yeah,
warlock
level
thing.
6.
Radiant Soul.
Oh.
He gets to add his charisma modifier to his radiant damage.
Oh. So how much total?
Fancy.
31.
Radiant or fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, dude.
Is it?
Then I will kind of get a bit further behind this tooth.
You
Kevin.
graduated from a healer to a DPS suddenly.
I will make 2 more attacks.
That one has advantage, so you don't miss fire.
So 14 misses, correct?
14.
Yep.
And 12 misses.
Renard.
Reynard is going to move back to where he can actually see things. Oh joy, things are going great here. Cora is moving, I assume. He's outside of range. I'm going to throw a firebolt at the big old here. Shit.
Yeah. An oldie but a goodie.
I will miss.
And then I'm going to move to here. Oh, you're hiding there. I'm going to go back where the fuck I came from. My turn's over. I was like, I'll hide in the back where nobody. Oh, there's Tempest. Yeah, we're just gonna go away. We're just gonna leave
Oh,
now.
hi, how are
You
you?
don't need to be here.
I'm here.
23.
23 is going to go run over here and try to get her distracted and say, "Leave my sister alone!" Or my family alone, because Kevin got hurt too.
That's true.
Leave my family alone! And I'm going to smack it twice with the Frostband at Reckless.
This just
Alright.
became personal.
If I had a bard, I would say, "You were right the first time," and use Vicious Mockery.
23!
23 rolls 23, and 23 will hit.
Why are you rolling twice? Oh,
See?
yeah. It's...
Just needed to get all hyped up about your family getting wrecked.
Yeah.
You just had to feel
si-
inspired.
16 on the first one, and then 19 on
18.
the second?
18.
18 on the second. Math.
34 points of damage.
34 points.
Yeah, fuck his
Actually-
shit up.
Action Economy is wrecking this guy. He is looking badly hurt. Roman.
I only had hobgoblins.
Oh, no. I'll go for the thing that looks funner. So I'm gonna go
A lot of
ahead.
water.
No, there's people around. I don't want to blow you guys up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab an Ari with both my hands and move. As I pull my left one away, I'm going to cast Shadow Blade, and a shadowy version of an Ari is my other.
Yeah.
God,
Shadowy
That's-
rainbows.
Metal as
rainbow.
fuck.
Shadow Rainbow.
I'll
Shout out
move
to the
him,
Rainbow Dark Dragon.
And I will Anari him.
Will you though?
Not with a 13, you're not.
It was really fancy looking though.
Question. We are under an overhang, right? Is this dim light?
No. There's
Okay.
sunlight.
I
beaming
wasn't.
right
I
in.
wasn't. Yeah, it was.
There's sunlight.
It never felt like
I asked because we can't see anything past the walls, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
I just wanted you to have that crit, man.
Well, no, that was with regular Anari, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
It would have been great.
that's in my offhand. But yes, I gotcha.
You
Nope,
still
that's it.
gotta.
All right. 4.
So as soon as Cora has fallen down, Cora gets right back up with the help of
Get
the
up
other
again.
party members.
You're welcome.
I imagine she's like wrecked looking. There's sparks of the electricity from the Bahir just arcing off of some of her metal plating, and she goes, "You think you're pretty funny, don't you?" And then sends out like this wave of sound, which kind of like would sweep into the Bahir's core.
Yes.
I am going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Ooh. Make 'em laugh. Make 'em laugh.
What's your save DC?
14.
He just makes it.
Ah.
Yeah.
He
12
could have
plus
laughed
2.
to death.
Okay, well, with my bonus action, I will healing word myself.
I actually find to think I'm pretty hilarious.
Did you stand up?
I'm in danger.
You're all in danger. All the
He
low
is
health
going
people are
to
right next to him.
swing his tail towards Roman.
Fuck's sake.
That will connect on Roman. Roman takes 14 points of bludgeoning and 17 points of slashing.
Fuck.
That's it for this cowpoke.
He hits the tooth.
He is then going to bite Roman
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
rude.
you cheeky fuck.
and
No.
swallow him.
No!
Oh
Fuck!
Somebody heal me. I'll kill him from the inside.
I
That's
can't
a
kill him
problem.
anymore.
He will crit you.
I mean, he does anyways. I was incapacitated, so
Yeah,
that's-
so it's
Yeah.
2.
that is two. That is two.
Take
And some.
52 points of piercing damage, and you are swallowed whole.
What's your max health, bud?
It's in that range.
Is it more than 52?
No.
Mm,
We don't know. Mine's fucking 68 and I'm a fighter.
Tempest.
I see that happening. I'm like, no, not again. Fuck you! And we gotta fire some shots its way. That's a 26. That's a 21.
Both of those will hit.
Both of them are gonna have a trip attack attached, so it's another D8. Oh, that's bad. That's okay. And that's another 8 on top, so that's 10, 17, so that's 28, 27, 33, 35.
Okay.
Is it still alive?
With those final shots, the whole creature lets out a gasping roar before it just slumps forward, slamming against the wall.
I'm running
crawling.
forward
I'm
and
crawling.
just
Yeah, I'm
I'm
running
crawling
over.
into this thing's mouth.
Yeah, we're getting our buddy out.
I'm like, no. I know a thing. I'm going to just spare the dying the moment I see him.
Okay.
I'm crawling inside of it,
As you
taking whatever electric energy I can out of it, away from Roman.
you crawl into this thing's literal mouth, pulling him free. His body is totally limp and non-responsive, and he just covered in the gore and ichor of a creature recently slain.
Spare the dag, spare the dag, spare the dag.
As you reach out to cast it over him, nothing happens.
No.
No.
No, 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 no.
It's get him. I use my spells, but I
Cerulean?
get him over here. Get him over here.
I move him over.
It's the one time I have to use all my spells. Okay.
You know
I'm
the thing, right?
I gotta use the staff. It's the only way.
Use it.
I'm
Just do
using it.
something.
Just everyone, just give me a sec. He's going to sort of put the staff like right in front of him. Actually, you know what? No, he's going to.
You got diamonds for things, don't you?
I've used all the spells, and Revivify is only within 60 seconds. So he's gonna roll. Gonna roll up his sleeves. He's actually gonna take off both of his gloves. There are actually two, like runic, like scars on both top of both of his hands. He'll put down the staff in front of him, and as he sort of begins to mutter like the incantation to cast a spell, the actual runes on both hands kind of glow radiant wise, and I will cast Raise Dead.
As you mutter the incantations, the whole room seems to dim slightly, all of the energy focused upon the staff. And you watch as light cracks down its center, green energy pouring out from the staff itself, almost tracing lines before the whole thing shatters into dust. The dust floats and seems to subsume itself into Roman, where he feels a pull. Roman, do you wish to return to life?
I do.
Just
Again.
Sure, you can resist it.
I know.
You feel the tug.
I'll reach out
Roman.
with my bot with whatever I've got and try and grab whatever's pulling me.
You all see Roman as he
We win.
Welcome back to the land of the living, my friend.
Twice. You've died twice.
I'm just gonna like light punch him in the shoulder. Fucking shit! Stop doing that.
Roll damage, I die.
I said light punch.
I didn't want to do it. He ate me.
You had no. You were so weak. Why did you go up to it?
We were all weak. You know, you gotta do something.
That was worth it. He'll extend a hand out.
I'll slowly pull myself up, at least just to my knees at first, just trying to catch my breath. I'm like,
Yep, sure.
did the shadow blades at least look cool?
They
Yeah.
looked wonderful. Until
Alright.
you died.
Yeah, I tried to block with it. It's not as long as my other rapier. Ugh.
I'll just deep breath and I'll look over at Cerulean like, it's gone, isn't it?
It is, but it was used for a good deed, so I'm not upset.
I'm not
Uh,
either.
Just
I'll,
think. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he just rubs the top of his hands, then he'll put the gloves back on, roll down his sleeves.
Cerulean?
Hmm?
What's going on with your hands there?
That's a story, not right now.
Yeah, we might have other people coming. We should probably do something about the corpses and keep going.
As if
Oh,
to say those words.
Sorry?
As you even say those words, you hear the light patter of somebody ascending up the stairs.
Oh, son of a bitch. I'm gonna ready an arrow.
Very slowly.
Roman is gonna scramble to the side so he's not in view at least.
Yeah,
Reynard
Doesn't
is
Raise Dead
going
take an
to-
hour?
Not from the
Is it?
staff.
Pretty sure.
Not
No.
from the staff.
Oh, okay.
Shit, I'm gonna risk it because this is crazy. Reynard is going to rush to here. I'm going to mage hand that staff away from her body.
Shunk. Okay.
I'm literally just arrow drawn. The first thing I see get like if it looks aggressive, I'm shooting it.
And
creature
just readying
that-
sword.
The creature that comes out is this emaciated, skeletal-looking figure, crabbed in dark robes that have been tattered and ruined.
I feel like I would perceive that as dangerous.
It doesn't attack. It just slowly walks, its hands folded behind its back as it ascends. It watches as Bernard force pulls, basically, the staff to his hand. And he pauses, looking at him for a moment, and then takes 2 more steps forward.
No further.
Don't move.
Watches you all and says nothing, as if waiting for something. Head tilting from side to side.
I take it we were not invited?
To put it mildly.
Yes.
That
we could be
you'll
on our way.
Why did you come to this place? Why did you come to my home? Why did you kill the Red Hand?
Because the Red Hand are acting towards malevolent means. Simple as that.
And he seems just taking a breath, standing up to his not very impressively full height. Clearly an elf at some point in his life. And his eyes seem to look on towards you, Renard. I see something. Something that was taken from me. I wonder where you got it from.
Everyone just standing around absolutely stone-faced right now.
I'm gonna try to interpose myself in between Renard and him.
I'm being very I'm not stopping the conversation, but I have the bow drawn. The moment I see an aggressive action, I am about to shoot.
It's very much a 1,000-yard stare, as if he sees you but not really looking at you.
I think he's talking about his staff or not.
He can see the staff. It's not like I'm hiding it. That would have been the smart thing to do.
Too late for that.
I was just really hoping he wasn't going to come up those stairs.
Well, I didn't want to. And then I hear a racket unlike much I've heard in a long time. And I get curious from time to time. As he says these words, one of the ghostly lions seems to float near him, and he rests a hand on it. So why don't you talk? I asked you a question, wizard.
Why is Reynard the one who's talking in this situation? He should not be the one talking in this situation.
I mean, I guess 23 are just both side-eyed looking at you, just what do you want to say?
Yeah, I'm hiding in the other room.
The doors are open, so I'm just watching.
Yeah, I think that's the 3 of us right now.
So we've established that we are uninvited guests, potentially unwelcome. I'm going to take a guess that these Red Hand are as equally as unwelcome as we potentially are. So what are the odds that we can just sit down and have a civil conversation?
The enemy of my enemy, it seems. I have been their prisoner for these months. They took something from me.
Prisoner,
Why?
what would
Why do you fight them? Because they're evil?
they threaten innocence?
This organization is marching an army across the Adanian Vale. They are killing the innocent, they are pillaging, and they are doing it in the name of a power that I don't think anyone here is quite fond of. That's reason enough.
And here they stay dead for now, bidding me to build them an army while they hold the arrow to my head. And now they are dead and you are here. But I remain a prisoner.
What would a freed prisoner do?
Reynard shoots Tempest the dirtiest look.
I'm just I'm not like. Sorry.
Break them.
I just shoot Renard a general like, just inquisitive look, just like.
We plan on it. Were you the ones responsible for the undead in Darrow Shore?
No. But my staff could, if it was used properly.
Then why did they have your staff?
He holds up his hands. They took it from me.
Who took it from you? Who is working to use your powers?
There is an individual group. They call themselves Silent Dark. Their members lurk in shadows hidden. But one stepped out. A black Abishai.
By the name of Scather, I'm assuming.
I didn't catch the name. But he'll point towards the hobgoblin. But Ulwai seemed to think he was important enough. I don't know who you are, but this army is just a small piece of something big happening. And if the Silent Dark are finding a way to return, he leaves it hanging there.
So, your temple here has been ransacked, your things stolen, and they're using your powers for these ends. What are you doing here? What is your purpose?
Punishment.
Punishment of who? Those who have wronged you in the past? Those who will wrong you in the future?
Do you know who I am?
Your punishment?
You're Zaro.
That is the name the elves call me, yes. the Lord of Ghosts. But there was a time when I was called Brawenthos of the Dawnspire.
Fuck, I want to make a history check about that, but right now I just know shit about the Dawnspire.
I was
Or
like, do
take a
any of
step
us?
20
forward.
23 would, maybe.
23 knows that name specifically.
Oh, okay.
He
Okay.
was the Arch Druid of the Whisperwood.
That's 23. Good job.
Yeah, Core would take a step forward. Does Core notice? Well, I mean, he's
Yeah.
dead as fuck.
He's dead as fuck, yes.
If you come forward, I'm just gonna like let you pass and stand next to 23 because I don't know shit.
Did I know him like personally or just heard of him?
You probably have seen him and talked to him, maybe not. You don't know what became of him during the calamity, but apparently it was not good.
Out of respect for Celia and the Dawnspire, Core would actually bow towards him upon realizing who he is.
Order's creations, ever strong. A mimicry of life, but strong.
Did the Suitable One did do? Did the
Looks
Suitable
back to
One
you.
did do this to you?
He'll nod.
You're cursed.
I want to insight check that.
Yeah, I do
for
too.
it.
That's. This
I feel
is
like
just
that
a shitty
contradicts
situation.
information we've heard before.
I assume we're all in this room at this
Fuck me.
point.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'd check it too because I don't like the sound of that.
It's hard to insight check a nod.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, yes, but there's tells. Not that I would probably know it. I might know some.
Are you on our side then?
Whoops.
I was like, I assume that's meant to be a deception or persuasion. I don't know.
Well, it's wisdom based.
Oh, you're right.
He
Hmm.
knows what it is. He's inciting your insight. He knows you're looking at him.
He knows. I know.
All right, Beth, continue.
Hard to read,
Damn it.
That's fair.
but he seems more tired than anything,
If I notice that, I'll lower the bow a little bit.
which is odd for a lich. But the spark of life, if there ever was one within him, is very limited. Drained, even.
How long have you been stuck here? Uncomfortable period of time.
So, what's it to be, adventurers?
Are you on our side then, if you are of the Dawnspire?
Not of the Dawnspire anymore.
Hmm.
On no one's side, but my side.
And what would you do if left to your own devices? What do you wish most in this world?
So long as my soul is bound here, I cannot die, I cannot leave.
And what unbinds you?
There is a necklace, toothed and clawed. It is my phylactery.
Do you
They
want to
s-
die?
No. But I am already dead.
Do you want to be released?
Released. No, I have work to do.
And that work would be what? What is it you want?
I have been. They tell jokes, should I not laugh? They have pricked me. Have I not bled? They have wronged me. I shall revenge.
Insight check?
You want to kill the Red Hand.
You've been.
That's what he wants to do. He wants revenge on the Red Hand.
I get that, but this is me being like, is that really what he wants, or is that what he's telling us he wants?
You've already incited him.
I
Yeah.
figured, but that's why I asked and didn't roll.
Renard, you had a question?
So your purpose here is revenge. You want vengeance on whoever wronged you. Is your study of necromancy? Are you trying to figure out how to permanently destroy the stillborn dead?
Looks down. The betrayer destroyed it, but nothing like that ever truly dies. Clearly, if I still remain in this cursed form, it remains somehow, in some place.
Do you know of a way to break the curse?
I remain here, bound by the second decision. So no, I do not.
Is this what the second decision did to you?
No.
Okay.
The second decision was a choice made for all of us to bind ourselves and hide away, cowering in a land that no longer needed us. So we sit, gone, a memory of a memory, with nothing left but our legends, picked clean by the scavengers who wield bows on their back. As he gestures towards Tempest. Can't hear you, Tempest.
I feel very pointed out right now.
So, personal revenge. That's it. That's all you care about. And when you get that, what are you going to do next? Sit here and wallow away with nothing else?
What else is there for me? Surrounded by the ghosts of those I could not save.
You could save those who yet live.
They don't need me.
I beg to differ.
There was a reason that the second decision was made, Tempest. Just as there was the first.
Yes, because the gods are infallible.
No. The gods can die just like we can. So I repeat, what's it going to be?
Are we free to go?
I cannot stop you.
With
But
your
know
cap-
that so long... Oh, I'm sorry.
with your captors gone, will you stop creating an army for the Red Hand?
So long as they have my phylactery, I am bound to be commanded by them.
So, I have a question real fast, DM. I know enough to know Vasilia was like kind of integrated with someone like him, right?
Maybe.
Like I know she existed back then and kind of.
Yeah, they knew each other, probably.
I'm just gonna like, I don't know, quickly kind of, nothing like hardcore, just kind of like kind of get a quick trying to like feel like, what does Vasilia want for her friend?
Make a religion check.
It's gonna fail miserably, because I
Probably.
always fail miserably. That's a 7. I don't get anything.
Sadness.
She weeps for you.
Kevin's a pretty trusting person, I feel like.
You don't need to worry about the red hand anymore.
Kevin's gonna take the phylactery out of the bag.
His eyes flare a little bit, and he extends a hand out and casts a spell to grab it from the air.
Oh no!
There you go. I'll release it.
Oh
It
no!
floats into his hand, and he takes it.
As Roman watches it leave his hand, I'll just be like, "You guys know it's what we had to do. We have to put the people of prison wish over our own."
23 is grabbing his sword really fucking tight, ready to go just in case shit pops off.
You seem much different than we were expecting.
That doesn't.
Please take this and do not attack us.
My bow is at the ready. It's not as high as it used to be, but I'm not happy about this.
I have my. I will shoulder my gun and put away my shoulder cannon.
Or
Kor is also not armed at this point because there's a great amount of respect for this man. So Kor is just standing there.
I'll kind of get a feel for that sadness again, and I'll just kind of try and resonate with it, and I'll just kind of I'll let the bow fall slowly.
So now you're free. No one controls you anymore. You'll pursue your goal to destroy the Red Hand and then waste away here? Or are you going to find something else to avenge?
I don't know. Free will is a peculiar thing, isn't it?
Yes. Don't waste it. If you may allow me to be so blunt for a second.
Tilts his head.
You used to know a woman, Vasilia.
If a lich could smile.
She wants you to be happy. Please. Just whatever that is, don't waste this opportunity. Whatever it takes.
He will gesture with a hand, waving it as a very faint portal appears, almost like a dimensional hole. He will then gesture once again, and out pulls a treasure chest. That is, out pulls from it a treasure chest that just settles at the base of 23's feet. It flicks open and reveals
Okay.
Thank you.
May you one day find rest, my lord.
Bernard is going to walk up to him at this point.
Okay.
And he's just going to hold the staff that they took from the necromancer so long ago up in front of him and say, "So this is yours? You made this?"
I did.
You know, I've been looking for a way to destroy this. It's wrong.
You know, one thing I've learned about the magic these days, as you see these magical items from our past and think of them as just trinkets. A bow that shoots arrows of slightly increased power, a staff of necromantic energy. But you don't see their true potential. The knowledge that they are not just magic items. They are manifestations of our legends. And man, those legends can be interpreted in different ways. This saw it as I am now. A cruel bringer. A dead thing. But what was I before? A thing I can barely remember. Arising as a stag lord.
What would it take to fix this then? If there's two parts to the legend.
Learn the legend.
Renard is going to raise an eyebrow.
Every staff, every sword, every wand that we ever crafted, it was an ideal. Ideals that are connected to key phrases, pieces of our legend. You can find it, that phrase, you could unlock its further potential.
I'm assuming you already know the legend.
Of both of yours, yes.
If it was a modicum of repentance, could you not just tell me?
I could. What would its worth be to you then?
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not big on gods. I'm not big on the Dawnspire. I'm not even big on the Silent Dark. Yeah, you've done your things in the past. You've tried to make rights wrong and wrong rights. But in the end, what did you do? You bickered amongst yourselves, and the greatest calamity the world has ever seen still befell everyone. And who's responsible for that? Who is picking up all the pieces? Everyone left. So as I sit here and I look at this staff, a memoir of a creature that has fallen from what it once was, I assume you must have some iota of pride that makes you wish you could tap into what was possible of who you were before.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, good. I'm going to use my inspiration to have advantage on this. I've had this inspiration for, I don't know, I've had it for forever now. But watch what I roll. Advantage 13. Because I have a -1 on persuasion.
That's still pretty good. 14.
He will lean in and whisper something to your ear. As I bring out my notes for the staff of Yurkel Zarl, one moment.
Oh, damn. Renard unlocks his full potential, guys.
He has
Super Say 2.
as he ascends to the next level.
I'm so jealous.
I'm no longer Renard. I have gone to a level beyond Renard.
Renard 2.
Once
Revenge
I
of
heard-
Renard.
He's
Once I
now
heard-
just Ray.
Once I heard he knew, when I knew he knew the words, I was like, I really want to interject, but damn it, this is compelling at the moment.
What he whispers to Reynard is, God, there's a lot of motherfuckers in here.
Damn, what a weird thing to whisper.
Damn, there's a lot of motherfuckers.
Why you got so many motherfuckers in your party?
I sent it to you on Discord.
All right. And he'll just kind of look and say, and this is an attempt to be who you were and not who you are now.
I have always been what I am, wizard. I will always be what I am. And he will turn and start to walk away.
Do I get any twinge of like happiness or anything like that from my prayer?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Or
And
seems
that-
fine with
oh.
leaving this place.
What was that you were saying, Beth?
And that is probably where we're going to end the session.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'll look after him as he leaves, just with a twinge of like happiness. I get the feeling this is what was wanted.
So, as someone who was busy in the middle of that conversation, I don't suppose somebody can give me the name that he had, his actual name, not Yuriki Zarl.
Braywin. I don't know what his last name was.
Something
I
Dawnspire.
wrote that one down.
Something weird. There it is.
That was Braywin. That was okay. I swear I heard Dawnspire.
Reynard has unlocked his partial potential.
Yeah, we'll see what he does with that.
So we need passwords for our weapons.
Yep.
You need to find a way to manifest their ideal.
I feel like I'm like so close to that. I just think this might have been the key.
Her keyword is die fucking dragon, die fucking dragon, die.
You know, I've said that so many times. I don't know if that's actually the password.
The password for Whisper is shout.
Shout.
Actually, the password for the Whisper was just found out in Zoe's other game.
The password is Moadib.
I don't know. Some tribal chant.
Yes, that's it. You caught it.
I knew it! It's Aboriginal.
I guess we're done here.
Okay, well, here, 23, I'll help you with this chest. We can take it with us. And don't make any comments on how weak I look.
Cerulean just looks very unhappy, but he will walk over to everyone and help. But he'll also say, I can identify that staff if you want, Renard.
So can I.
If he wants.
I think it's mostly his at this point. It seems almost bequeathed upon this.
I think he means the lightning staff.
Oh, what?
Yeah, staff of
Lightning
the
staff on
lady.
Bard, the warp lady.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, we were very focused on the staff of Gilzar for a while.
Speaking of, I'm going to walk over and I'm going to do a thorough search of her body. Not in that way. I'm searching her pockets. I'm searching for any hidden pockets. I want to know if this lady had notes on her.
Sure, notes.
The last thing I'm doing is getting handsy.
But she does have a staff. She has a staff on her.
I grabbed the staff before he even showed up.
Yep. Check my notes as I hear somebody thumping around.
And I'll detect magic too, just to see if that aids him.
Her whip is magical.
Okay.
Who wants to wield a magical whip?
Leather whip.
There are
Whip
a
it good.
series of notes on her that detail a bit of information.
I think we broke that code.
Yes, you did, which I will also give to you. But I'm
So
gonna
you-
give it. Yep, I'm gonna. Yep, give me just a second. I have to translate a couple things because it's gonna take a second.
If I obviously I'm aware that you've broken the code at this point, I'll just be like, is it plain speak or is it kind of mumbo jumbo? I'm not going to ask exactly because obviously I need to figure this out.
Oh, and a real quick DM question for Roman: are the after effects of Raised Dead
Yes,
active on?
you're exhausted for a while.
Yes.
Getting that soul back in that body takes some effort.
Doesn't fit the same way after 2 tries. It's like a
How do you-
sock.
How do you feel? You're now the second person to have died, the first person being you.
You're
Yeah.
just hemorrhaging Constitution over there.
I feel great.
Anyway, continuing with my talk with Reynard.
Oh, guys, but I know it wasn't what we wanted to. I was gonna say it earlier, but I was the lone vote in doing this, so I kind of left it to you guys. But you guys know at least I hope you know now, we kind of needed to do this.
Just out of curiosity, Euricula's already left, right? He's not here anymore?
He's gone.
He is gone.
Okay. Damn. I wanted to try something I didn't think about until now.
All right, everybody. I hope you all had a good time watching as I lore dumped on top of them once again. I look forward to seeing you all next week. If you liked what you watched, please give us a like and subscribe here on Twitch. If you are in the future watching us on YouTube, do the same thing. Be sure to check out our other content, Cult Divinity, Pathfinder, other good stuff out there. Good night, everyone.
Woo!
Night.
Good night.